All right, that brings us to item 3. We have our first delegation, and Sergeant Brad Noss is in the gallery. Brad represents the Raymond McGrath RCMP. He's the commanding officer there, and he is here to brief us on the Q4 for 2025, I believe. No, 2025, 2026. Welcome, Brad.
Morning.
Good to see you. I was just telling Brad before the meeting that his jurisdiction involves Councillor Harris, myself, and Councillor Houghton. So we might be the ones with a few more questions than the others.
All right. Looking forward to it. Thanks for having me. I'll start off with a little bit of some stats from Q1, January to March. I know it's been a while since I've been here, but Cardston County is low maintenance for us, so to speak. Our highest crime type in Cardston County was break and enters. That accounted for 2 out of 17 that we had in Q1. And the other biggest issue that we had was Carson County accounts for half of our motor vehicle collisions, so 14 of 28. Other than that, it's normal police business, pretty minor stuff, provincial statutes, the criminal code side of things in Carson County. On a kind of a resourcing front for the detachment, we have been running with 1 vacancy for quite some time, probably since the first time I met you folks. That's going to change here in the next 2 weeks. We have an experienced police officer doing reintegration training with us. He's coming to us from Canadian military with 12 years. So he will join us right around Canada Day. He'll do 2 months of field training with an experienced officer, and then he's ready to hit the road. So the Raymond side of the house the Raymond McGrath side is going to be full. Nobody anticipated to be leaving. So we're really looking forward to that. And then with our 2026, 2027 policing priorities, traffic enforcement seems to be the biggest issue that comes from every council I speak with. So we're going to be focusing on our high risk areas. So whether it's in the communities, Raymond McGrath, Sterling, we don't get a lot of business in New Dayton or Spring Coulee, but we're going to be focusing on the intersections, the speed through the school zones, places where people are getting hurt. And then we're also going to respond to complaints in the community. If you're living in a neighborhood, an area in the country where there's vehicles flying by, driving like maniacs, pick up the phone and give us a call and say, I live here. This is the time of day. We'll make sure we get somebody out there to try and make an impact on it. We've had some success in Raymond recently where communities called in and say, hey, I live on this road, the speed limit's 30 and people are flying by. We join up with the peace officers. We go out and kind of gang up on that neighborhood for a while and send the message home. The warnings and stuff just aren't working anymore. It's just another thing to ignore. When you get some flashing lights and a police officer at your window, it tends to change behaviors. So that's going to be the one thing that we're going to do there. 2, we're going to be getting engaged with the communities more, whether it's just in community events, Canada Day Parade or summer celebrations. Corporal Norton, he's really big into getting into the schools. So he makes a point of going to all the schools regularly throughout the year, making sure their safe plans are up to date. Any sort of presentations that the school wants, whether it's online safety or bullying, we go in, we'll do those presentations on request. We've also in McGrath been to the seniors home a couple times a year. Online safety is a big issue for seniors as well. Those are some other things that we're going to be working on. And then the third is going to be visibility of the police. This is where you folks come in. I realize that people living in the country don't see a police car very often, especially the further off the pavement you get. So we're going to continue to push our members out into the gravel, out in the country where people don't normally see a police car, where those thieves are lurking around, stealing copper wire from windmills, pivots, that type of thing. So we're going to try and get out there further and prevent more crime that way. Those are kind of our initiatives, and these are always open to change. And if we start to see a pattern or a trend or a request from a council, we can always.
So low maintenance is a good thing to hear. Criminal code, the break and enter, is that rural or
So
urban?
the stats that you probably have there are the detachment wide stats. So what I've done is I break down what's actually happening in your county, just to give you a better idea.
Okay. The biggest concern that I hear in my area is the safety on Highway 5, and you guys are well aware of that. You probably see some obscene speeds and people doing ridiculous things as they try to pass people on the shoulders. Exiting off of Highway 5 is a very common concern that I hear. You guys are probably well aware of that, but I'm just echoing. I'm letting you know right now what I'm hearing.
Is there a certain part of Highway
Township Road 70.
70, okay.
70 is up there by we call it the Check Tower Road. But every one of those roads heading east and west off of Highway 5 as you're going south through Welling, people are afraid. But
because there's no takeoff lanes and there's no turning lanes.
That's right.
Narrow.
And it just seems to be just north of Welling there always seems to be motor vehicle accidents north of the hamlet.
Yeah, I think
a few miles.
Highway 5 and 6-4, I was at 2 within a week.
Yeah.
So,
Wayne, you got anything for him in your jurisdiction?
Curious about like that up for example,
in Carson County, yes. At Windmill Hill, there south of west of McGrath, it's been hit 3 times in May. So they're probably in the area of $200,000 between lost copper and damage and repairs. But it's also been linked to Fort McLeod and Pinch Creek. So we've made some progress. We've engaged our rural property crime team. So that's six or 8 police officers that come from Airdrie. They are trained in surveillance. They have all the spy gear. 2 weeks ago, we had them out working overnights, as well as we had our helicopter up in the air for 2 nights as well to try and we've kind of dumped whatever we could at this problem, hoping that we're going to see a resolution soon. But
you think these nighttime criminals, are they doing it in the middle of the day? Do you have any idea?
The trend that we were seeing in Carson County at the windmills was around 12:30 to 1 is when he would come.
They actually hired a company.
Yeah.
Full time.
Yeah. And now they have audible alarms in there that are quite deafening. So the alarm did work. He came back a 3rd time and the alarm spooked him. And when we got called, we missed him by, I think the camera showed 8 minutes. So
wow.
A lot of hours have gone into identifying and tracking this guy. So should be some positive results.
I've seen them. I've seen your vehicles out by my place more than I have for a long time.
Okay.
I had somebody run it in my yard. Near there 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Wayne just lives off of 62, just west of 62, not even a mile. I think our policing priorities would be very similar to the Carson attachment, and you're already doing it by the sounds of it, to be visible in the rural areas, monitoring the highways, the big safety concerns there for people. But I think it's, for the most part, pretty low key, but those would be the same, wouldn't they not? Anything else you like to add, Roger, in Del Bonita country?
Yeah. Well, and down in Del Bonita, you also have the benefit of our Border Patrol folks.
Yeah.
As well as you probably see our Black Hawk flying around now too. So hopefully that's not causing you too much grief. I know we've fielded some complaints in the county about the helicopter flying too low.
Are you ever in that chopper? No.
I'm too low on the too low on the ladder to get that. Yeah.
That chopper flies. There must be a fly route from the Lethbridge Airport to Del Bonita, because it comes exactly over my house.
Yeah.
And I have to make sure I'm doing everything right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's quite often.
Yeah. So it's in Alberta for 2 weeks and then it's in BC for 2 weeks.
The other day they did fire directly, I noticed they changed direction, they flew directly over the windows.
Okay.
And, you know, John, you mentioned the windows.
Yeah.
They changed course.
Just personally, you go up the task force, I appreciate the emphasis on these. I think some of the city criminals have discovered it's pretty easy stealing on these rural farms and there's lots of value. So the more you're seen, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know, I was listening to folks talk before the meeting about the bus crash in Raymond. So I had the task of being there for that. So that right there even just drives home to a police officer that does this every day, the importance of a rural intersection just as much as, you know, Mayor McGrath and Scenic Drive. Be quite catastrophic regardless of where we are. So that's another motivator for us to get out there. Yeah. Yeah, and that collision was 100% complacent.
Yeah.
And it's an organized group out there. It's not all, there's someone coming.
Yeah, there's varying degrees of criminal out there that we encounter. There's some that are, you know, loosely connected, like, hey, let's go steal this today, and then there's the organized side of things too.
They've lost all fuel out of all their equipment. For 1,000 liters.
Wow.
1 weekend.
Yeah.
So someone knew what they're doing to train every time. They weren't out there with hose.
Yeah, right.
Like we did when we were kids.
I think one of the complaints I call you guys most is Township 60 up here, this road.
Yep.
Just the speed on it. Like, come down that hill and just go. The other question I had is on 215. I think it's 215. Overweight. If we have someone driving trucks overweight, you can stop them, but you don't really weigh them.
Yeah, so none of the general duty RCMP guys, I don't even know if our traffic guys would have weights and measures. So we would probably have to reach out to the sheriff branch to have them, because they have the commercial vehicle side. So yeah, the weights and measures is one of those things that we don't have zero expertise in.
But I don't know. I mean, really what we've done is just stop them, call the bylaw, or call you guys and just say, and they stop them and they talk to them. They don't really check the weight.
Right.
I'm not worried as much. Because 214 is our all road, which is permitted. 215 is where we got a couple complaints of them going to the highway the quickest way, and we're trying to force them back to 214.
Oh, okay.
Now that we're going to be doing some work on 214, we might have to allow it, but at the same time, I don't want people to get complacent.
Both schools down the way.
Yeah, Murray brings up a good point. When when the alfalfa or the hay crops start to come off of the fields, the hauling, excessive speeds with loaded trucks. I get that complaint as well. And on 60, like you said.
And to be honest, a big truck like that, it might appear to be going faster than it actually is, but it's still concerned for the rest of it. So.
Okay.
Well, I'm just looking at your letter here, Brad. It says we remain committed to transparency and to keeping our municipal partners informed of significant developments. So we appreciate that very much. You're also packing a new pistol in the letter here.
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon. Yeah.
That's
Glock 45.
we've never been briefed on that. It's interesting to always know what you're packing for.
Yeah, so like that letter's provided for me. So like they share it with the larger municipal contracts. I think they pay for a big chunk of our equipment. So I think that's why it's probably in there.
In the near future, I don't know if you know this, but Carson County is developing a gun range down in the Marys River Valley, down below Spring Valley Colony.
Okay.
So in the future, we'll be talking about utilization from your department if you want to go down there and train and whatnot.
Yeah, once it's up and running, I know we're always struggling for range. So we go to Tabor now.
This will be very close to home. It'll be in your jurisdiction.
Yeah. 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 No, like, because you're close to Pincher Creek, Carson, us. So
We're looking to get to have everyone and anybody utilize that facility when it's ready.
Yeah, once it's ready, let me know and I'll pass it on to the training folks.
Any questions before we let Brad go for the day? I think we just appreciate your presence here and being able to ask you these questions to know what's going on in our local communities. And we thank you for your efforts in keeping the crime away and
Update on, you guys getting cameras pretty soon?
The body cameras?
Yeah.
We've had these for a little over a year now.
You have some?
Yeah, I got mine hiding under there. Yeah, they're, yeah, depending on your shape. Yeah. Yeah. Some guys it's pointing up at the ceiling. So yeah, no, these are a game changer. I was a little apprehensive at first, but they're amazing what they can do. So be happy with them.
Give them, I like watching the videos.
We got a little tighter privacy policy on ours than what you're seeing there, but
we'll communicate with you if we have any other priorities or concerns, but we'll keep that open-ended discussion.
yeah, absolutely. And if anything comes up, you don't have to wait for me to come to the next council.
Appreciate all your. I'm not in your area, but we do it in my area. Good thing I don't see the same people.
Yeah.
Driving around looking.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Well, then.
Sure.
You have concerns on 810 Cam. Highway 5 it's gotten so bad, like busy and speeds. And I honestly am bringing the what people are asking me to say is exiting off on and off of Highway 5. I'm at the point where if I have to turn either east or west, if I see cars behind me, and if there's cars coming the opposite direction, I exit off and get off the road and then come back. Like, I just don't feel safe. There's too much of this going on, you know? Turning lanes. Yeah.
All of these.
Especially up there when it gets to.
That's a good right now, Murray. I know that we have some priorities, but what do we want to talk to Darren Davidson about in particular?
I did tell him 501, I was talking about grant funding, which you haven't heard. So funding.
Noticed that. Always, sheriff's always got these other stones.
They do, yeah. Yeah, yeah. There definitely is a police presence because not only do we have the RCMP, but we have the sheriff, and then the county of Warner has their peace officers, right? And so there's 3 different law enforcement agencies in the area that I live.
Funny, they go by you like you're standing still.
Well, then you got the premier, you're gonna raise the speed limits here. They're already crazy to begin with. You've been on that highway too between Calgary and Edmonton. You're not going 130 here. You're gonna run you off the road.
At least that's a double lane instead of.
Yeah, well, it should be about 4 lanes both directions.
Yeah, I'm just thinking for Davidson, he administers or he helps to. What involvement is his in the water delivery department?
Just the grant. He's the grant. Transportation overviews the grant fund and
Do we want to bring up to him again our continual denial of Hamlet's being recognized?
He's the one that supported, came up with the idea of a historical hamlet. So he's on our side, but yeah, bring it up. I think I did mention that.
I would think,
Yeah. 20 the water line.
Yeah.
Oh, 20.
Yeah. That one.
Right.
Not 20, but renewing the old infrastructure.
Right, replace the, we need, I think we need to word it. I'd like to talk about Highway 10. You know, they're not gonna do anything. We actually need to upgrade it, and it's now the road to come from Calgary to Waterton. Any shoulders on it? Shoulders.
Okay, well, he's here whenever you want to invite him in.
Anything else? What I'm gonna do, Wayne, if you want to bring up, Cam, you can bring up 810. Wayne, you can bring up McGrath, water line. I might bring up the hamlet. He's aware of 501 if we want to briefly go there again. Murray, bring up whatever you like. Is there anything else from you guys that you want to?
62.
Why don't we bring him in then and get started? Welcome, Darren. We normally see you in a different setting in Edmonton in a room.
I only have 2 meetings half the time. So.
Well, we appreciate your presence here today. You'll probably hear, Darren, some of our same grievances and same concerns.
Yeah.
And we can just, we'll start off by maybe you can just tell us what's going on in your department in our area. And we got a few common concerns we'll be bringing up with you again.
Yeah, no, it sounds good. So we have currently we're gonna get a consultant on board for, I'd say it's 3 sections, but it's 2 projects, but 3 different highways. So, one, and surprisingly enough, the guy was passing on the solid line on Highway 5. We have the passing lanes on Highway 5 project. So that was from the result of that study that was never done in years. I can't remember the year when it was done, a long time ago.
So
a while ago.
Like in particular, do you know where? Like
between McGrath and Lethbridge.
Okay, so we just had the RCMP in here. I don't know if you heard our conversation, but those are the exact concerns that we were bringing up, and the department's on it. Sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, and we know that's the busiest section. I mean, it's where there's more. I think it's busier traffic, and they got little blind spots, right? So I can't remember the number of sections. It looks like it's 7.5K, which is probably 3 or 4. Like when we get the design going, then we'll have it figured out. So they do work, right? The only problem is you get like Highway 3 as an example, where people platoon and then they all want to pass at that one passing lane. So they need a little bit of race car going on. But
gotta go so we can get around him.
and he speeds up, yeah. Yeah, but they do work. They do reduce the frustration. Like literally the guy passed me. I can't remember who that was today. Before Welling, and it was a solid line, and I was like flashing. I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?" I'm by. I mean,
so
we just said
so just so I'm clear, so this is like you're in the design stage, pre-engineering, but this is approved in a budget. Yeah. There's going to be money spent on it. When would be the rollout on it? Like,
so the design. Well, so if I have a consultant on both of these projects, like there's 2 different projects, but they're we'll have a probably consultant this year, probably take a year to design and 2028 construction if everything goes well. I mean, you have right away, you have to buy right away, of course, there's utilities, but these are basically widening of the highway. It's not like you're twinning. So pretty straightforward. We did the Highway 3 ones. It took a little bit, well, especially we had to go through the reserve there, but we made it work years ago and pretty quick. And they're pretty quick construction period too. Relatively low cost. They're not like a twinning project or anything. So it's needed. I golf in my graph all the time. I know there's crazy moves something here and there.
Well, that is the most welcome news that we've heard regarding that highway. That's excellent news that we can report on. When it comes to happen, people will be pretty happy and excited about that.
Yeah, and it's worth it. I mean, it's valid, right? So
Excellent.
yeah, and I didn't hear the RCMP. He was driving away when I was walking in. So okay, and the other one we have a couple overlays. 501, which is not the section, and so I just hold on that one. It's from that section going east, 11 kilometers east of 2 to Highway 820, and then we have 505 from Highway 2 to 8 kilometers west of Highway 5. So, but we also have the from Highway 2 to 8 kilometers west of Highway 5, 14 kilometers, and there's 13 kilometers on 501. And we also have the realignment at the intersection of 820 that you guys have asked in the past. So
Give me what section are you doing
from 11 kilometers east Highway 2 to Highway 820.
Here's 820.
on?
I think the end of that is probably the section that we have the issues at, I believe.
This is where the approach issues were.
Coming from Jefferson, turn off the 20.
So it'd be 11 kilometers from Highway 2. Well, that's 11 kilometers east of Highway 2. So probably, yeah.
So question in that at 820, are they going to fix that approach so that the
Yep.
trucks can
Yep.
make that loop?
That's the intersection improvement. Yeah, like you guys brought forward. So we included as part of the assignment. Perfect.
So 505.
Highway 2 to 14 kilometers west. Or east, sorry. I gotta read my thing right. So it's Highway 2 to 8 kilometers west of Highway 5. So that'd be east, I guess. So it's Highway 2, 14 kilometers east.
Oh.
So that's the two we have on the program right now for design. Our program, we're in Southern Alberta, and of course our freeze thaw cycles aren't as bad as up north, and the department's really emphasizing on trying to get our roughness down across the province. So our highways are relatively good shape. I mean, roughness wise. We did do a couple of thin overlays last year up north, and then we did 61. 61 was getting bad out by Sterling West or East. So they're trying some of that stuff. But we probably get a less percentage of the budget basically probably than the North, Central, and Central. We're more than Peace, but just because of when the Disney opens, it's more of the roughness, structural. Now, saying that, we have the 501 issue that we're aware of, and what our guys are we have a job coming up here. And then I won't say where it's at because I still got to make sure it's going to go ahead, but they're looking at doing like a mill, not a full, I don't know if it's full depth reclamation, and then an overlay. And if we do that, we're going to see how that works. And that might be an option for 501, that other section. Because right now that doesn't have any base. I can't remember the structure exactly, but it's not a normal structure. And that's why it's on the road ban. Now it does have that, again, we have that road ban where producers can phone in or, apply for exemption. It's not 100%, but at least it's something. So we're going to see how that project goes. It's a little farther. It's up north. It's in MD of Willow Creek. See how that plays out. That might be an option. Otherwise, it's like turn it back to gravel or you widen it out, right? And widening out, we don't have money for widening out project highways, so. So we haven't forgotten it. We just, and I actually kind of questioned why we're like, we do this, and they said, well, this one's roughness is there, the structural adequacy is there, and it's actually a paved with a base. There's just two different types of surfaces, so there's two different treatments, right? That's what we got in the program for engineering in Carson County right now. We don't have any bridge projects, and our bridges are probably going to start coming because we're doubling the amount of money in the budget for bridges, but we don't have. I literally had a bridge group of 3 years ago. Manager, you can't deliver stuff with one person. So we're trying to get up to full, which is 4 plus a manager. But when they start, bring this bigger budget in, one is the consultants. We need to hire consultants. That takes time. We don't know about industry. If you start flooding the market, like if we double, we're not doubling it overnight, but if we double in a couple of years, is industry going to be able to catch up, right? Or are they going to be like we were in 2008, where they're all just bankrolling, they're stockpiling projects, and our costs go through the roof. So it's kind of a fine line. They always say, just bring them out and we'll adjust. But we see in the past that doesn't work. And then when there's too much work out there and the prices go up, who else is doing bridges? You guys. So the prices affect everybody, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, so like I said, we have the most bridges, of course, because of irrigation network and their highway network. And they're all same vintage, like the 50s. They're all the same age, just like your road network. So we're hitting this bubble that's going to hit us, and we're going to have to. That's why they're trying to ramp up the dollars. We just did a bridge bundling up north. I don't know if it'll work down here, but it's a design build. So we give out parameters, what they need to build, and then the engineering and a contractor get together. Same way we delivered Highway 320. They bring in a price, they design it, they give us a price to deliver. Kind of like more hands off, but they've got to follow our specs. We weren't sure I was going to go, and it came in. Well, some guys thought it'd be like astronomically high. It actually came in probably 25% lower than what our normal estimate would have been. So there's alternate deliveries methods being looked at. Now I don't know if it'll work down here because not all our bridges are the same in the same area. So once you start having a bridge over Carson, you have a bridge in Cypress, you got a bridge in Newell, you have these bundle of bridges all over. That cost now might go up higher, right? Mobilization. It kind of works well when you have them like a lot in the same little area. So we'll see. It could be a way to figure this out. Grants. So I've been talking to Murray a little bit about that, but our integrated water program, which I did mention previously. Oh, is there a question?
Sorry, no, we're trying to get the camera lined up. They're talking to ourselves.
Integrated water program, which I mentioned before, is the one that I think is the way this county has to go for those historical hamlets. I know you talked to environment, you talked health. I've talked to environment. They phoned me about when your letter came. I told them my personal thoughts that we should be funding it.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I like I said before, I think it's silly that your communities are older than the province and they don't apply. I did talk to a guy last week about that, and he said the integrated water program is supposed to go forward, but they have so many other policies going forward and so limited time that it's been kind of paused. So it's looking like a next year thing, not this year.
So this is a brand new funding stream?
Yeah, and the one kicker in it's got like, I don't country residential because I would just open it up to. So they got to develop a program. They got to get the parameters around it. It's more for industry, commercial, and residential, urban, or whatever, I guess. you call
Hamlet?
it.
Would a hamlet?
Hamlets that don't apply under our other program. So that's where I think it's ideal for the, the couple that you're having issues with. I did question about why can't we modify our listing? And that's one of the things we've been talking about, I don't know, probably a decade now here, right? And surprisingly enough, the one guy said, maybe it's something we take forward. Because they tried to do it with some other program. It didn't get through wherever level it didn't get through, but he thought maybe this is something we can do amendment on. So I'll keep pushing on my side, but I just think it's silly when we have 3 departments all involved and we can't get something going. So
Yeah, I was to say, just for information, we did get a resolution passed at our convention for them to recognize historical hamlets.
To lobby, the RMA will lobby the government.
I agree.
But they met with them.
You turned it down? Or did they?
No, they got passed.
Passed, okay.
But I'm saying that when our RMA took it to the ministry, they're in final.
Yeah, I just don't, again, I don't get it. What was Mountain View or?
Dennis Baker,
Yeah, what is it? What the year, 1888 or 18?
yeah,
Like
exactly.
astronomically, like I just blows my mind. So
So these communities, Hamlets, Levitt, Mountain View, Etna, is that right? We already got water there. Levitt,
Yeah,
Mountain
Levitt.
View. Levitt, Mountain View. Dennis, brief them on, like, it's kind of beside the point, but the wells people are using are drying up and we need potable water out
and you
there.
got sewage fields.
Now everybody's wells are drying up and a lot of people now are hauling the water, for their houses, for their cattle. And the water we have out there, not that good. We've got schools and we've got churches and we've got businesses that are, I could question if it's really potable water.
Yep, and I think that's where you have the issue with health. Right?
Yes, it's, that's a big issue.
You're going to see a bigger issue when they do pipeline for a canal. Because all your drainage used to have on the canals. And we find that now, like,
Yeah.
as soon as they put a pipeline in, the drainage is all screwed up. So overland drainage.
So I'm crossing these off, like before you got here, Darren, you've briefed us on the Hamlet situation. There is a different kind of grant funding available in the future.
It's integrated water program. It's in the mandate letter. But like I said, they just announced the rail thing now took, I don't know how long that took to get that rail policy. There's a lot of policies they're working on. They've even not shelved, but paused the Traffic Safety Act changes. Or are they, one of them, the Traffic Safety Act they're doing, and then the Highway Development Protection Act they're pausing. There's so many policies and there's not enough. I went through the blue lights policies. Like I don't like that part of the world on our department, but I was astounded how much work it takes to get to cabinet and then present to cabinet. Like the amount of hours just blows my mind. So they got too many things going on the go that they can't all deliver. But again, like I said, I'm talking to the guy, maybe they might take a run at the program again. So I'll keep pushing.
But this next water issue, we applied for, what was the grant called for the replacing of the water line in McGrath?
Yeah, rehabilitation of the water lines there.
I wonder if this new grant funding mechanism coming on board would be, if this application would be applicable to that.
Yeah, is this one from?
From a water treatment plant down to central use station, and they can't operate any of the valves for the clean out.
Oh, right. You guys said you're scared to blow them up.
Not twin a line, but put an extra line there so we can fix the other lines.
Yeah, and I can't, I know now I remember what you're saying, and I asked about that one. I think there's components that are eligible under our regular program. Now, all our grant approvals are coming out here hopefully soon. So I don't even know what's on list.
We reapplied. I think we need to somehow word it the right way.
I think you guys redid it. Though.
Yeah, we
I think you tried to.
Yeah. Recently for a twin line.
Oh yeah, you're right. The
And
wording, that
they
wording's
changed
bad.
that
That's
wording
bad.
to rehabilitation of the existing line, and then
Yeah.
have a line to
Yeah,
service.
twin is a bad word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of.
Yeah, no, and I think I talked to Cindy.
Eligible for the.
Yeah, there was components of it though, because I think if there's yeah, I can't remember the exact details of that because they had a lot of moving parts.
This is right beside where you golf, so if it happens, you can go check up on how the work's going.
Oh, it's on the back nine. I don't get there much. It's on the front nine. I probably will be see it. If it's on the back nine, I don't probably won't see it.
Okay, so we're glad you're aware of that. We're going to continue to revamp that application through the commission and
They gotta reset.
yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Like I like again, I don't. We used to know. I used to have an idea what was coming through. It goes now. It goes up, and we even present separately, not region, like all the department, right? So I don't know. One, I don't know how much money's in there. I mean, how much carryover from last year. I don't know how many projects can approve. I don't know which ones are even on the STIP. I don't know that either. So again, I think I told you guys before. If a municipality sends it to me, thinks it's important for municipality, I'm not going to reject it. I'm sending it forward as recommended. So I always laugh when they say, you guys sent to me for recommendation. It's recommended. It's going, unless it's a $60 million bridge, it's probably not going to go. But
Like honestly, some of these requests that in the big picture, it's really not a whole heck of a lot of money when you consider the government's budget. It's just it's a infrastructure replacement. We don't want to have an event like Calgary, and have communities down and out water. I mean, we're very susceptible to failure when it's 40 years old, So we're just trying to be proactive. That's all. Okay, thank you. We 810 Cam, that's what I got next. Anything you want to add there?
Well, I mean, reality, it's 810, 505, 800. It's the new route from Calgary to Waterton.
Oh,
And
Google says go this way.
it does,
Yeah, I know.
because it's like 2 minutes.
3 minutes, 2 minutes faster. Yeah.
I've noticed 810 closer to McLeod's really breaking up. You guys have been out there trying to Volker's been trying to patch it, but road's not holding up there. There's no shoulders on this thing.
It's
The
narrow.
traffic's crazy. The borrow pits are steep. I mean, I'm sure it's not even on your guys' radar on an upgrade, but if Calgary's going to keep coming down here, Waterton keeps advertising. I keep seeing articles everywhere that Waterton's the undiscovered secret of Alberta, which it isn't. It's actually per square mile, it has way more people than Banff, and but people just keep coming and trying to die on that road every weekend. So
Do you think if I take the sign off that the county asked me to put on, that go to Waterton, take Glenwood?
who did that? That wasn't us. That was a village councilor many years ago who did
Previous remake kind of got me to do that. So there's two ways to Waterton, as he explained to me. There's Highway 6 and there's 810 through Glenwood, and so we put Glenwood on that sign right by Fort McLeod.
Sure, whatever. Yeah, pull it up. Emotion did that.
I mean, I think it's actually separate. I think it's a separate sign we put on the top. So I mean, it could come off, but yeah, you're right. Google's doing this, so
It's gonna send it. Most people,
no,
it wouldn't hurt.
no, and
Can you pull it off?
probably it's not really hard. I mean,
Rip it off. Google's still gonna send most.
right. And I know the sheriffs had them blitz one day, and they told me I think they got 3 people or 4 people like 50 over on 810. That's crazy. Like,
Oh, there's. Well, I mean, I'll share with you. The August long weekends, same thing. And I usually stay away because, like, I live on a hill on 810, and so it's blind pulling off there, and it's literally taking my life in my hands. And I'm like, we're not going to be around here. We had a reunion. We got back early on the Monday, and I'm like, most of the traffic will be gone. So it was like 4-ish on the Monday. I'm like, let's go boating. Well, I got ran off the road, and don't tell me you can't see a 1-ton truck pulling a boat with a weight tower on there. And anyway, How we didn't roll, how my boat didn't fly off, I have no idea. But, you know, that, I mean, it's crazy before that, but, I mean, I had no choice. I hit the ditch going 100 and pulling a boat.
That's great.
And,
Yeah.
we called it in the police because we even had a license plate, nothing happened, but I'm like, people hit that road and I think they think it's the country and they
Do whatever they
do
want.
what they want.
Yeah, same as 22. That was the same issue on 22. 22 has a stroller. And they still pass in the wrong spots.
Oh, big.
Yeah.
And then there's no shoulders. And then most of them are listeners.
No, I get it. I get it. Yeah, and we've had that request about, like, I've wrote to Google, because they have, some are highways, still highways, and they're highways anymore.
Yeah.
And I've written into them, you take your Google con, I get nothing back. I mean, I've tried to suggest, what's the algorithm, right? You're right, 2 minutes. Same as coming from Lethbridge to Calgary. If you go Fort McLeod way or you go to Granham's 3 minutes quicker and it sends everybody that way. I mean,
That Grand was great.
So in relief for that. Cam mentioned with a couple issues with tourists stopping along the highways using the highway, there are roads, pulling off the county roads for facilities.
Or our personal coaches.
No, we were looking at putting an RV dump in just off the side of Glenwood here on our road, just by our shop. And we thought at the same time, maybe we could put a trucks, or not truck stops. Storage stop. And maybe put in a couple of bathrooms or something to help that. Is there any small time funding that the province has for restroom or for tourist stops, or I'm just. We might go forward with it, but we just want to cover the cost of the bathrooms or something.
well, we partnered with Tabor on Vauxhall. They have that bathroom there.
Yeah.
But that was because that's, the 36 is the oversized load corridor, right? So they, you know, it's built for the nuclear reactor parking and stuff like that. Is there, maybe, our funding's pretty tight this year for sure. We're like tapped out on everything. But I don't know if you presented something to partnering, we wouldn't want to maintain the bathroom. We wouldn't want, you know, we might snowplow it or something.
We could do it that way.
Yeah.
We deferred our dumps this year until next year, until we have the funds, hopefully next year. But it was just something that's like, since we had you here, it's like, you know, we're gonna take care of it and everything. We just thought, well.
Maybe.
You know,
Send in a,
Is there like a grant stream or?
not typically from us. There's not really grant, like that's why we see, we did a weird agreement there where we funded it and in 20 years it would be 100% municipality. So, because we can't, not supposed to be able to fund non-department infrastructure, right? Like through our program. But I don't know how we did that. We just somehow we got that to, it was a benefit of both parties. Maybe.
With the MDA Tabor, was it?
Yeah.
Maybe you can talk to Arlo and see how they did it. And,
I
yeah,
can look too, because it was us. I mean, it's,
like this, not tons of money, it's just to offset some of the costs there.
but I think we contributed parts to the intersection improvement on the highway, and then we partially the pavement or something. Like it was, we had to really stick kind of the wording, like differentiate between this and this. And I can look, because I know it was quite a number of years ago. Now the problem they had with that, they had some vandalism, like not very long after. Guys went in and smashed all the sinks and the toilets. So I just recommend if you go to do the stainless steel ones. Pretty tough.
So it doesn't take any time to clean up. After you bring a pressure washer, spray it down, let it drain off.
Yeah, we have the same problem with our bunker ones, which don't smell very nice, but it's disgusting how much with the treatment of those are. Like it's like going to a hazmat suit, pressure washer, and blow it.
This makes me think I'd hate to go into some people's houses.
Exactly.
We're trying to get it off of our roads. Because there's not a rest stop
Fort McLeod, there's nothing until you.
Well, I'm saying they're not going to, that's the problem, they're not hitting.
No, yeah, they're going.
They're bypassing,
So
yeah.
it's, so, cumbersome.
I would use the word rest area, the rest stop.
No.
Yeah, I don't use bathroom word, but
Rest area.
yeah.
Excellent. What have I forgotten here?
Like, I'll just talk with breaking up the highways. I'm going to be pretty straight shooter, guys. Our operating budget sucks this year, really bad. So you're going to see some reduced level of service, like when we out there, and maybe there will be. Like we get lucky. Auto patching, they're going to be doing auto patching, but we're not doing paver patching as much. We may not be doing any of it. Like this, it's really severely constrained this year. So I'm just giving you a heads up now.
So on Saturday, if you go through Welling, there's a section of your road that I mow with my mower. You're not going to oppose that? You can do that without me
No,
getting
I
in
won't
trouble?
post that at all.
I'm doing it just beautify the neighborhood.
So,
That's all.
so we need to be lobbying. Cannabis, to get you more funding, right?
Well, there's a new treasury board coming, so
Because the economic backbone of this province is still the rural. We need the infrastructure to get products to the city.
yeah, we need to maintain it.
We do.
I agree, but I'm just giving you a heads up, like, so.
No, I'm just,
Straight up, but-
that's one thing we can do, man. We can all be.
Yeah, it's the finance part of the world, right? And I'd be honest, exactly. We have new contracts coming online, the 10-year-old, 15-year-old contracts, they don't tenor the same costs. So they're automatically, there's an increase on 3, 4, 5 of them hitting us in August 1st. There's escalation on the old contract. I think we got $1 million more than we had last year. But our escalation is, if it's 2.5, I think 2.5% on a 300 million is 7.5 million right there. So there's a lot of pieces of the pie getting shivered off right away, and then it's pretty lean. We're really lean.
You see that with Volker, they're not going out as much. We talk to them and they don't go out unless they get a call, not doing this because like the same reasonable cuts, right? You guys, what they tell
What do you mean they're going out? Like going out on the road?
So usually the snowstorm will come on, they'll head out right away, but they're telling us they won't go out now until they get a call saying it's deep.
Well, there's in the new contract. I have to go check on that. And it's just things. I don't know the details, but they should still be going out looking at the roads because they have to report on them. They're supposed to be driving the roads, looking, the animals. There's lump sum stuff they have to do anyhow. They do no matter what. It's that other stuff that's going to be the trouble, like the extra mowing. Like, do we mow? We were mowing, and then we're mowing the whole thing every second or third year. Like, well, we won't be doing the whole thing. We'll be doing shoulders again, and it's hit and miss. But if they're not going out, I'll have to check on that.
But then I say we know that the 501 is the last to get done. But I think the last time we talked to them, the roads going to Lethbridge only got done to Spring Coulee. And I don't know if that's because of different departments,
Shops.
but the guy told us that they're not allowed to do as much work because of budget.
See, I've been driving that road for 40 years, and the last 2 snowstorms we had, the plows didn't get out. The one time they did get out, it was too late, and I've never seen that in 40 years. Usually they're on top of it and it's done well. And, but the last 2 snowstorms were terrible. I don't know if it's new staff or what's
It could be lack of staff. It could be, we have the new contract. I think we're in our second year, so second winter. There's a new formula. I don't even know what the hell they call it. A new ice, snow and ice plan they have to follow. They follow. Like we're leaving more in their hands to do and tell us what you're going to do. So if there's, you can phone that 188 VIS roads. I mean, I know, and this isn't a forgive them. We were lucky this year, but up north, it snowed and rained like 30 straight days. Mm-hmm. And so up by Fort Mac, there was 6 inches of ice, and You can't do anything. If it continues to snow and rain, and it was snowing and then raining and then freezing and like, it was a skating rink, right? So we get a little lucky down here. I mean, we don't get like that. Sometimes we get the wind, that sheen, look at that ice and they can't burn that off. And I get it all the time. I get people, Facebook does it. Why don't they put sand or salt down? Well, because if it did, it'd be blown in the ditch, right? Because it's 100 kilometer hour wind. But yeah, if they can, if you see something like that, it's phone that number. We get the logs.
Well, we did call the numbers, but it, like I say, I've never seen that. We've had bad storms, and
The last 2 storms this year.
the last 2 storms this year, the trucks were late getting out. And then when they did get out, they made a mess that one day. It was, I don't know if anybody else drove that, but it was, I've never seen it. But another thought I had was, you know, the provincial budget was based on $60 a barrel oil, and oil's been hovering around $100 for the last 6 months. And where's all that money going?
Next year's budget.
Yeah,
I think Minister Nixon said, don't come with me, the $100 oil thing, but I think we're gonna go to him.
well, I think it might be a good time.
But I think we're not the only ones. I think that's the problem. So
Yeah.
everyone.
They're saving that for that.
And my boss said the other day, he just said, Tom is a great boss. He said, it's kind of tough to go argue for more money to mow and pothole when somebody's arguing for more beds in the hospital emergency room, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's so, he gets how Treasury Board can get, you know, they're in a tough work. They're tough world.
Couple of last items, Darren. Highway 62, is there anything to report on that? That's one of our major roadways.
Nothing right lately.
Nothing on the radar for that. I just have one request. Maybe it's published already somewhere, but what you brought, your first comments regarding Highway 5. Can you send Murray any additional information about that project or when it'll happen? And
Yeah, I will just see what's on there. We have a construction program on fine. I can share the link too. So
that'd be great. And we want to thank you. We consider you one of our advocates, one of our main contacts to echo our concerns here at Carson County. So we thank you for your efforts, and you can tell Devin Dreeshen to not forget about us down here if you see him again.
I just want to make sure I understand 501. So they're looking to do something with the second portion of it, the 820. And you said on the portion from Highway 2 to the Jefferson turnoff is not on the radar at all?
well, it's not
No.
for an overlay because
No, because it needs to be rebuilt, but you're looking at maybe possibly if this works in Willow Creek, that we could possibly use it here.
That's it's like a test for us, right? I think it's I'd have to go it's full depth reclamation. So basically grind up everything, pump it down and widen out a little bit, mini widening, and then put stuff back on. And I don't know what the stuff will be. That's the problem. Like how much width you have, what structure can you get? I mean, again, if it gets so bad, we never want to do this. You have to turn it back to gravel, which you don't want to do.
No,
Because but it's not a paved, I think in our books, it's not even a paved road. It's got a different structure than a normal paved road. So we don't have paved or gravel, they're oil bound, and it's kind of in between there. So
when it was originally paved, even though it's not a paved road, it did have some shoulder on it. But every time they put a
every
lift,
time we pave it, yeah.
we keep coming in. So with my residents wouldn't be very happy to go back to gravel.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, hopefully what you're doing there will work, and we can lobby to try and get something done there, because the road ban is, people are are hauling anyways, huh?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and this last week when it rained a lot, almost the whole distance out to there has got the
The rutting.
rutting in it and water standing in it.
Yeah, it's an issue, and you're not alone. And we got a lot of these 3 digit highways that are narrower, like 810.
Yeah.
And you're not alone though. It's all over the province, and that's the problem. Grade widenings, and we did a little mini widening on 526 by Vauxhall. It seemed to work, but it's still a lot of money just to get a little bit of a benefit, right? So that's why these thin lift overlays are sort of maybe a interim measure where we can get 10, 15 years from a little thin lift overlay where we don't have to do the full one. Because when you start doing it, you lose 4 times whatever the thickness is on both sides. Basically, that's it, or 2 times at least. So
Yeah.
I get it.
Darren, I got one last thing for you. One last thing, and I think Murray's already pointed it out to you, but this is Highway 5 when you're going home here to Lethbridge. This is a church.
Yep.
This is people drive both ways.
Yeah.
There's no indicators. There's no marked paint. Does there need to be? Because people were getting tickets. I don't know. In order to be clear for people what they can do there, should we do some painted lines there? Because I believe it is your right of way.
It is. Murray brought this to me. I did a little bit of research, and I couldn't find why we did that, like why we paved that wide part. And it's, I gotta say, 99-ish time. We did do a study there on that, and that was quite a while ago, to look at differentiating that road. And it's not, so the problem is it's not a road. It's not wide enough to be a road. It's a lane. And yeah, the sheriffs are very overzealous a little bit, but it is one way.
It is one way.
Yeah.
North.
Well, whatever side you're on, which way you're going, that's so west side southbound, east side's northbound, right? Yeah, and then the study also looked at a back axis. The back axis is probably what needs to happen there, but that was significant dollars, and there was a lot of things in the way.
So northbound traffic is only what's permitted there.
Southbound on the west side.
That's what I meant. I meant southbound.
Yeah. The other issue, we did look at like putting a divider there, but then it's operationally snow. I will relay. We had a, and I don't think it went to court, but we had a guy in a snowstorm driving south, and somebody was coming from the church going north, and he thought he was on the wrong side of the road. So he went right at the guy, ended up in one of the people's yards. And so that came forward, and we were like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what you'd say, right? So.
Because I'm guilty of that crime. I go southbound on that. And I guess I'm not supposed to.
On the northbound?
You go northbound. I think the problem I've seen out there,
I come down, I exit off the highway, and I'm coming back to Welling, and then I get off on that road and pass the
that's the way you're allowed to go.
Yeah.
You're allowed to come south because
It's not going north.
you can't go northbound.
Yeah, you can go from the north end of the hamlet down that lane on the shoulder.
You can go
But-
from Vegas all the way down.
But if you want to go back up, that's illegal.
That's
Problem I see with it is people that are either
Everyone's going north, too.
are going 90 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour, it makes it seem like it's a full lane and not a service lane.
I hope they're not doing 60, that's 80 there, so.
Well, 80 is totally running, they're probably going 100. They're going.
Oh, I
They
do
might
80
pull
there.
and then they'll just jump across.
Right.
Instead of come on a 90 and turn on.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I know what you're saying. They just spin off and then they do their
Yeah.
taper, right? Yeah.
So what if you just put lineators in there on the edge of the main road and separated that?
It's still not a road though. It's a lane, right? And
Yeah.
So the sheriffs aren't wrong.
Mhm.
They're a little maybe overzealous, but I mean, they're not wrong.
Was the sheriff ticket you guys going north?
That's correct.
Oh. So they're right.
So if there is no sign, I'm just saying, probably the cheapest thing, first sign up says laneway, south traffic.
Well, yeah, it's nothing there. You'd have to sign every approach, right? It's like, it's almost should be, if you were doing it correctly, you would either remove the widening part between each approach, so then you have to go on the road. But it's acting like it's an urban town, but it's not. But even in Carson area, you're not gonna go the wrong way down the other side of the lane, the parking lane.
So this is technically the lane to the residents? Is that what that's for?
It's technically just the wide part of the highway. There's no real lane. It's like an extra wide shoulder.
An extra wide shoulder. That's what it is.
And again, I have no idea how it happened. I here then I looked in the files and I don't know. It just seemed like it was something that was, hey, we're going through here, do this. At the same time, I think they paved an extra lane at the airport in Lethbridge, but they didn't change the crown. So you're driving on the one side, but you're going, it's a little weird, but.
I thought I'd ask while you were here, so thanks for explaining it. Southbound is permitted, northbound is not, and basically it's an extra wide shoulder, and that's what I can explain to people. Correct?
Yeah. So the best thing, if they're gonna go back northbound from the west side, go across the center line, go up, kind of, I mean, you can come down southbound on that. You probably shouldn't get a ticket, but going north.
It's mostly a solid double line through Welling. I think there's one break in order to get into the church parking lot. Is that the only place people should be turning?
No, I think you come out I think when you come out of a residence, that you can enter the highway. It's usually where there's a local road, probably where that break is, where that road is, because it looks like it's a road allowance. Where
The red line?
as you go down south, just north of the church there.
Yeah.
That looks like a road allowance.
It is. Road
So I
line.
bet you, I'll go back there. I'll see if there's a break right there, because that would make sense.
Any final questions at all? Thank you for the information, and like I said before, you're well aware of our concerns. We have a long wish list. We've always had a long wish list, but we're going to continue to advocate for the needs of the people. We appreciate your efforts working in our jurisdiction, Carson County. So thank you.
No problem. I sent Murray the thing already.
Thanks, Darren.
So you got the construction program. So we'll see. I'll keep pushing for the water thing. I like, you know how I feel. So
Yes, sir. We appreciate it so
I
much.
retire in 2 years, so I'll keep pushing on it.
See you later. That was informative. I appreciated that visit.
You know, you being disappointed about balancing how much work they put out, and how much work they put out. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's only so many workers.
Well, and you talk all that money, guys are going through.
Put out much projects.
So you're getting the same work done for the double money.
But if it's like So we'll just be aware of this new funding stream down the road and continue to apply for it. I hope you're all satisfied with your answers, Tom, for 501. I mean, not a perfect world out there for anyone, but they're still aware of our concerns.
And if we're 501, but we're going nowhere. I know the section that they're gonna redo felt like the road could have been built. Section from highway through the Jeff, turn off and just grade the road out and make paving. They actually put a base and on the rest of the road.
They done it different times.
Pardon?
The section's done at different times.
Yeah. One section was done 1970s. Yeah. Three times. Next section was probably done in the late 80s.
They did it right.
And when they had a push to their paving section to 501 all the way.
I drove the back roads from Sylvan Lake all the way around back into Calgary, and there's a lot of highways in our province that are a lot like I expect 501.
Darren's jurisdiction is everything south of what? Is it Calgary?
Calgary South, I believe part of Calgary.
It's a huge area, a lot of major roads.
Most of his employees, no, his engineers live in Calgary. Trying to get them, they don't want to move to Lethbridge, so. And have an office there too.
And last guy's like,
Yeah.
The last guy
Yeah, he was in
was,
it for the
can't remember
money.
his name. There, it's very approachable.
All right, well, let's move to item 4, adoption of the agenda. And you go to item 14, Murray brought forward 2 issues. One was a road issue in Division 7. The second one was this. Does everyone have a copy of this?
No.
It's called the City-Wide Enterprise Asset Management. Murray wants some time on that. And I also included, Wayne, what you brought up earlier, the Milk River situation with the irrigation. Was there anything else? Motion to approve the agenda as amended. Those in favor? Carried. Item 5, adoption of the May 25th council meeting. I was able to read those like the rest of you, and I didn't find anything that needed correction. Councillor Nish has moved approval. Those in favor? Carried. Business arising from the minutes. When you look back at what took place on May 25th, was there anything that needs additional discussion? Murray, was there any follow-up? I remember, wasn't there some information we were waiting on? I can't remember what the topic was. You remember what the topic was at our last meeting? We were waiting on Murray to get some information about Cam. It was something that you brought up. We were waiting for additional information. I just don't remember what it was.
We were waiting for additional information on what we do with beaver dams.
Oh, that was one of them.
Yeah, I haven't called me back yet.
Okay. That was what I was thinking, Tom. Thank you. So there's nothing there. Okay. Item 7, unfinished business. Anything to bring forward there? We'll move on to item 8, reports to council, the Chief Administrative Officer's report. And for the first time, Murray, I see a report here from our Director of Emergency Management. That's a little bit later on.
Yep. You put it in there.
Why don't you go ahead and go through what you'd like there?
Okay, yeah, we also, I guess, last time talked about the Mountain View land out there. We did a call and ask. It was sold. It had been sold. You kind of looking around for some other things for us. I guess it sold for over 300,000. Was it this 4, 6, 7, 4 1.87 parcels? So what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 7 something. Yeah, in the hamlet. So yeah, So he was kind of looking, kind of told him what we're looking for a shop and different things, and he's been looking around, but right now that price is pretty high, what people want to have there. Okay, that letter from Marion Carlson was written and thanked her for her time as our emergency management coordinator. I think she did have a meeting here in a couple of weeks ago, or you reported on that last time, didn't you? And Danny was at that one. Okay, we did attend the Rotary Club fundraiser. They had what's her name there from Stars who talked about Carson County, did a very good job. I got 10 minutes to talk about what we're doing out there. Seems like the Lions Club is going to give us $10,000, and then the Legion is $7,500, as I say there. They're going to the ACL as the lottery group to make sure they can actually do that. So I forward all the letters onto them. A letter just telling them what we're doing. That does bring it up to about what do I say, $18,000 for that 23,000. So as we get closer to receiving that, our official word, then we'll talk some more about the last little bit. How we're going to raise that.
I was approached after the meeting and by a group that's looking at giving us some money too. So
the actual total cost will be around 40,000 for everything installed. I think we can install a lot of it ourselves, but I don't know all the details of it. The equipment itself is 23, and they said we can install it. It's pretty simple. I think, especially if we can install it just on top of the building, that would be a lot better than trying to run cable underneath the ground to the flagpole out there for the, yeah. So
that's it. Yeah.
But anything can help on that, because once we get that, we can get going. Like the Lions or the Rotor has already committed 25,000, so that covers the GPS and stuff. This is just the weather station. So just to let you know, we're working on there. We do have our book for donation receipts. So if someone does want to donate some money, we can give them a tax receipt for that. Okay. The tax notices were all mailed out on the 22nd. A couple of Fridays ago, people are starting to come in and pay. We haven't heard any. I haven't received any coming complaining about it or arguing with it yet. Will come, but as of yet, it hasn't.
I sense someone.
Yeah.
There's been a few questions about assessments.
And assessments, yeah, they're disagreeing with that. They'll talk to Lance. Like anything, the assessment is always less than what they want to sell it for. So it's hard to argue.
I wanted to ask, it's been fairly quiet in my area.
I had one comment from a resident about some land that had a tower on it. How come they're being charged on both?
I just had one that got a hold of me, give me a rundown on what he'd paid the last 5 years and concerned about this continual escalation and can we afford it? And I pointed him directly to that back side of the page and explained the policing and, oh, I get it. I understand, Kate. Told him that, listen to us, that's.
Yeah. I did talk to, as Councilor Nishi points out, the one individual at the tower. I don't know if it's the same individual, but someone did come and talk to me about a tower, a communications tower. And it goes on his bill and then his tax notice, and then he actually sends it off to the company to pay for it. Basically, I told him, I said, just understand that this is your land and you're ultimately responsible. Your agreement with them, they're very clear what you need, because that is, they went out of business. Technically, you'd have to pay the tax. Now, I said we would work with you if it was or something, but ultimately, it's not my contract. You made that, or it was a landowner forum that did it. You made that arrangement. I don't know what that arrangement is, but that's. And I think we're lucky with the oil and gas. We do it directly to them. Another thing on the tax, we should point out, the vast majority of that, those taxes that we were always charging every year has been removed. So those companies are no longer in the system. So we shouldn't have the big bad debt. We might have to bring one more bad debt forward, but I think this year Tamara said there was about $23,000 of oil and gas that we estimated was going to be bad debt. Well, that's pretty good from our 98,000. Okay. We did meet with TELUS, a Zoom meeting that Peter from the Twin Rivers, I wasn't at Twin Rivers. They set up a meeting with TELUS. TELUS basically said, we're not doing anything. That's not worth it. The Apple doesn't drop low enough that we can make some money on it. But we are putting this AST Space Mobile in place that really your cell phone by the 2027, they said it should be open by 2026. 2027, you shouldn't even know that it should be working. If there's no cell tower, it automatically will connect to this.
Yeah, I just had a question on that. That'd be just part of your
Yes.
your bill, like you already have to
No
pay.
extra cost.
Have to pay extra. Okay.
No, it's just that's what they told us by asking that directly.
Yeah.
Is there something we gotta sign up or is it just, he said, no, it's already included. When the cell service, you're not reaching a tower, you're gonna try to reach satellite. They've put a couple in and they sent me a link and I did look at the link and it's a big US company that's trying to do what Leon or what's his name, Musk are doing with the satellites. This is just for cell phone services.
Because right now these you can do a satellite if you're somewhere like you gotta.
Emergency is all
Yes.
basic.
But this will be just.
Yeah.
This will just be talking.
Just be talking. He says you probably can't do any, she said you can't do any data on it, but it's just for
But
talking.
you could still do a phone call.
Yeah. So that's supposed to be in place all across Canada in the next couple of years, but she said 2026 is when they were hoping. I can forward you the link if you want to hear it, see what it's like.
Yeah. If you would. Just I don't know. We're doing renos in our house and I live it somewhere else and I got a Starlink Mini, man, it's phenomenal. So I can't believe how fast it is. So
Yeah, no, it's everybody I've talked to is really like those, and we even talked about getting one of those here as our backup for this office. And then the question came, well, why are we just using it for backup? But I don't know what it'd be like with how much data we pull through. But it would be a good backup just the power goes off.
It's got 20 ton stuff. Yeah, I just got installed in my house.
Okay, 4-H Club, they're doing a big Jester project out in Mountain View or in Hill Spring. They did some cleanup, I guess they already doing it last weekend or something. I said I would buy the lunch for them. It was $75 he told me, but it ended up being 120. So we sent him some money for that. Talked to Matt, the crews at the Moses Lake did the cleanup there. They had no issues. They had a couple trucks, a couple guys, and the other communities also did. So everything went good. I don't know if Councilman.
Yeah, I was there and we hauled 7 loads of garbage away and it went good. We were done by noon, so. It's about the same, I think the year before we hauled more because there was a big pile up on the west side of there that they just, didn't take any time to load. Some of this took a little time to load, so, and they just hauled that back and forth. But they had quite a bit of there was 2 counselors there from the tribe, from the Blood Tribe. Elliot Fox was there, and so was Maria Russell. So they were participating, and had quite a few more. There were more people there helping out than there has been in previous years. So a little more push by them out there to get it cleaned up.
Yeah, so our crews were pretty good, just 2 guys out there with the trucks, and Matt said there was no issues, so we didn't run over anybody and no one backed into us, so we're good. Ollie might have got an email from me or from the province talking about emergency training. We're supposed to have that done within the first 90 days after the election, but I didn't get that information into them in time. So they forwarded, I think y'all got an email from them probably too.
that's good.
I should have got one from them
I did.
with the link. Anyway.
There that's
I sent you one warning you that it was coming, but they haven't sent it out yet.
Oh, yeah.
Double-
The Alberta emergency management.
Just check and see if you can do that. It'd be great if you could. Bring me the certificate or whatever, once they'll store it too, but just want to make sure that council's got it there. We're not gonna have any more disasters for at least 4 years. So I'm not too worried about it, but we should be following the process there. We did make the adjustment to the Spring Coulee solar project. Their reduction this year was $253,000. The thing is, when we adjusted our thing, they are now the actual, we said 40% for 10 mils. So the actual works out to 9.6 something, 9.9. Anyway, they're over that. So they're paying the higher amount of 10 mils. They're paying the full 10 mils. So if we do another adjustment next year, it's even better. But yeah, they'd be happy when they receive that. Okay. You'll also notice with Danny's report is in here from the fire chief in there. I do not recall if Jeff gave us one as he is moving on, but DJ is starting to work there to take over. So I don't think you'll see one from the shop yet. I'll work with DJ on that. But yeah, so any questions on those? Matt's crews are out doing blading, as you read his. I did a quick number thing for last month. Our grader guys were 160 hours blading, so many hours we had to take all the snow fences out. So getting a good tracking with the software that we're using for payroll. As long as the guys enter in right, but split up pretty good. Any questions? Yeah.
I just wasn't from your report, but I think she's in Lethbridge, the lady that for Fish and Wildlife about getting some fish and dipping that. Any maybe follow up? I'd like to maybe me and you go meet with her. She would allow that.
Call her this week.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
just also on that dipping vat, we had the guys go out and take out the docks there. Steve and his crew, they were looking for something to do, so we went and clean that up a little bit more. Even though the province, we're not sure, we're just taking over and we're gonna make sure it looks good and everything. Cemeteries, I haven't heard from. The last thing I got from the church was that they had surveyors in the churches, in the cemetery plots, marking, doing the plotting. So they're doing that. Did get a call from someone out of Beezer that was turned down for not being allowed into the Beezer cemetery because they're not direct descendants of that area. I told them to wait until we get it, because then we can't discriminate that way. So they're fine. They lived out there. They were most of their married life, and they were just a little surprised because they weren't direct descendants, but lots of room out there. So
I have a question, Murray, for you, and maybe you know more detail about it. Under Danny Melvin's report, maybe those that are in Carson County Emergency Services, you guys are talking about your SCBAs being replaced. Do you guys do that all at once at a pretty high price tag? We try to do it in steps gradually over time in McGrath Emergency Services. That's a pretty significant cost all at once.
yeah, so what we're doing is looking at this time, because they turned down, I think last year, the year before we took it over. And we were one of the terms that kind of did that, maybe leasing these. So we're paying an annual expense and not a $250,000 all at once. So this will probably go on a lease starting next year. $1,000 split between us, and using some of their casino funds to cover some of this. So we're going to be working on that this year. But Yes, it would
How
have been
many-
smart to replace.
How many is that? Like how many units? They're like 10,000 a piece or more, 15, aren't they?
They are, and I don't know how many units. But they have about 2028 is when they can't use them anymore. So we're gonna be looking at putting it as an expense service, a lease agreement, because we can do a lease and pay that for the next 5 years versus $250,000.
That would be better, wouldn't it?
It becomes to be honest, it becomes an expense, and it's in the budget every line item every year, and we're just constantly paying it. Because the other option was, I talked to him, is we slowly start saving up for reserves, but by 2028, we're not gonna have enough to. So we haven't heard from the town yet, but that was our discussion is throw in the lease, just throw it in the line item.
That's a 50-50 split, right?
That's 50.
Yeah.
Okay, my one question.
Should be 49, 49.
Yeah, technically.
1 and 1, yeah. I forgot about that. I
I think it's 46 and 46 and 3 is 50.
That's right. There's 4. We're used to 2 in ours, right?
But that brings up a good point, is going forward, the Glenwood fire truck is out. They've actually pulled it into Waterton Park, so we're gonna collect a little extra money for it right now. But that's something we gotta prepare for, is the town's not gonna wanna contribute to that. And the villages even can't contribute to that. So it's either doing a refit on the pumps, making sure they're up to date and continue on, or kind of put money into and this is, sorry, I was just thinking of the solar. They're going to give us so much money a year. It's not going to cover what we're at. I don't know. All right, looked into it.
The town has 2, you could give us a new one. Take the old one.
I think you got one out there right now, don't you?
I'm just, they can't double the price of these fire trucks and the graders and everything else and not us just start rebuilding them and running them, right? So, there's a limit what you can pay
Yeah,
here.
so
So
I'm going to say Fire Chief McGrath was pretty adamant. Danny, I even had to warn him a couple of times. 20 years. We're like, no, the act says recommends 20 years, but even the city of Calgary, when they got 40 trucks and they're running about $800,000 a piece now, they got to replace 10. How are they going to do that? They might have a lot more budget, but so we got to look at options. How do we? I'm not saying you don't buy a new one, but we got to look at options.
We've had that discussion at our department there about extending the life as long as we can and still being responsible and safe, right?
But yeah, be responsible and say, well, you're extending it, put money away so that.
Yeah, and we're banking it, right?
I think a lot of some of the problem is that underwriters of Canada put pressure on all the towns and people like that to have fire trucks of a certain age so that they can keep their insurance rates down. So there's pressure there from that side. I mean, it doesn't translate into the rural as much because once you get a few miles out of town, it doesn't matter anyways whether you got a old fire truck or a new fire truck. They're just keeping the fire from spreading. But I mean, I know that they did quite a bit of work last year on getting things into the underwriters so that insurance rates didn't go up. But I mean, with the hailstorms we had, I don't know whether that makes a lot of difference. So anyways, that's one of the driving features of is the insurance on the one side of it.
And yeah, and to cover this, I don't know, I'm just throwing ideas out as we go. We won't have to deal with it until November, but 1% increase in our mill or something just for future fire equipment would increase the fire cost. But how else do you do it? I gotta save and we can tax. There's only 2 ways we can do it, and we've basically saved as much as we can, we think, with the unknown situations. But we got reserves money, so that's, don't tell Mike I said that, but that's what that reserve is for those times. Because you look at the towns and villages, they have no reserves. and they're still trying to do it. But their mill rate is 7 compared to 3, 4.
Question on these breathing apparatus, there must be a time frame that they say after the X amount of years.
Yeah.
How long that?
I don't know what there's an expiry date on them. I don't know what they are.
Stuff they wrote.
5 bottles.
What we're placing here is the bottles are the masks and the hoses. I think those are the really expensive parts. And so
is it cheaper to lease them than buy them?
Well, that's my question. So if they're good for 10 years, you're buying, I don't know, X amount for $250,000 for 10 years versus 50,000 for 10 years, there's you $500,000.
Well, to be
they're not
leasing,
cheaper. It's not cheaper to lease them.
but
not at all.
wouldn't they maintain them if you lease them from them?
We'll maintain them, but they will continue on. So
Yeah.
when they expire, they just continue on.
So they'll build the cost in either way.
No, the difference is that it's not cheaper. The difference is how do we pay for it?
Well, I understand that.
But if it's gonna be double money, that's maybe dipping reserves by
Yeah.
and then you put your 50 grand in. And in 10 years, you got enough money that you pay it back and you got enough money to buy new ones.
It's an option. I mean, I think Danny has talked to the board how many times and they have not decided to go either way.
I would hope that would be closely looked at.
Now it's coming to us and we're trying to figure out a way to
I get it.
fit in our budget and not. No, for sure, it's not cheaper. Not all at once.
Because I'm not on that board anymore, but I didn't think they all came at once.
So I
So,
think it's,
so maybe we replace
half of
once, replace the half and then save some money and replace the other half. So.
What's the full picture there?
Yeah, I'd like to see
the numbers, what's the-
Get him to give me when they're coming through, talk about the prices. I'll bring it back to council as an item. Because the town is not gonna wanna fork out $175,000 or half of it, whatever that is.
You just say he was coming today, Danny?
No,
No, okay.
but I can get we can put that together as a plan. And my first thought was also, we just pay it out and make the town pay their half. Kick back. And leasing seems like the option that it's a line item, you're paying more, but you're not trying to find 250,000 now.
But I can make a line item to pay back our reserves that we pulled out, right? So.
If we did that, I think that's
Save half the
an
money
option if council's willing to pull out reserves too.
and then stick it back
And
in.
then we should charge them 50,000, let's call it.
Yeah.
To go back in and we pay our half, they pay their half, but we take that extra money into.
Are they budgeting? Are we budgeting for this? Are they budgeting for this? Like right now with McGrath, we're budgeting what we have for money to do the back.
So their budget is in our budget. What we're budgeting with their income.
Yeah, we're budgeting out of the budget of our fire department.
I thought we were.
Not out of our county, not right.
Okay.
It's not coming on the county's
Right.
budget, but it's all combined right now, but we're keeping it separate.
Yeah.
So whatever income we estimate, we're putting in there. And we're not expecting to cover, if they have extra money, it's not going in the county budget. It's staying as a.
buy stuff like this.
Yeah, I'd like a clear picture on
How many units are we talking? The 250K, is that half of the units? Is that all the units? Is it, and how many's all? And anyway, I'd like a real clear picture and then, because why pay double?
I know when we did ours in the end, we didn't have the money up front.
Yeah,
So we did the lease program and we were doing 10 at a time,
Mm-hmm. Or maybe was it 5
maybe, but we're always just doing,
per year? So
some,
yeah.
and it seems to be working out. I know we're paying more for it, but it just is that upfront cost that we have.
Be nicer to stagger them like you guys are doing, even if we are buying them, right? So.
But I guess it's probably nice to have the same ones and, you know, service, I don't know. There's probably pros and cons.
To me, it'd be nice to have the full clear picture and then make the decision.
They're doing, the calcium right now. The calcium.
Is the calcium like this week?
Supposed to be this week,
Yeah.
this week of June.
Yeah.
I had to fight to get that. He was pretty angry at them, but they pushed him back a week.
Do it in the rain anyway, could he?
No, but it wasn't the rain, it was other people taking it because they are a little bigger. So Monty told me that.
Suppliers not getting here.
I know that our grader guys are out there prepping those calcium sites after a lot of road catastrophe in our area for having to bring it back to a workable standard, right? That rain really, we got lots of washouts and whatnot.
The road's closed and then, yeah, that's my great.
Okay, I was just curious. I thought I'd ask because, I mean, my next question for Matt would be like this is construction season now, and how long of a project that would be? You know, it's a summer for sure. Oh, so fairly short. Oh, okay. Any other questions for Murray and Matt and sorry, Murray, Joe, Matt? About ASB, they had a pretty good report there, didn't they? Stephen did a good job there. Or was it McCoy that put that together? Public Works. There's no action tracker. Okay, well, thank you for that information. No other questions for Murray at all before we move on? All right, we'll move on to council reports. With our various committees, is there anything pressing that needs to be brought forward?
Have some stuff. On the 13th of May, we did a Moses Lake meal. We served 65 people. It was the last one till in September. I attended the FNMI graduation. In line congratulating the graduates there. Most Lake cleanup went really good. On the 1st of June, I went to the seniors breakfast and helped serve breakfast for the kickoff of senior week. The mayor and 4 councilors were there and myself, and we served pancakes and eggs and sausages. Went to Kainai All Committee meeting on the 14th and standoff with the chief, Travis Plated Hair was there, 3 councilors, Maria Russell, Clarence Blackwater, and Elliot Fox. They talked a lot about their opiate crisis and how there may not be as many deaths, but a lot of it's due to the whatever that is they give them to counteract the Narcan. They figure they're being administered by the different people there. They're keeping, but the crisis is still ongoing out there. They did ask how soon our gun range is going to be up and going because they're wanting to be part of it and use it. So, you know, I think we do have some buy-in there from them. On the 3rd of June, I guess it was the 4th of June, I went to, not 14th, we're not even to the 14th story. But on the 3rd, I went over to Heritage Acres for the Alberta Southwest meeting and went on a tour of the old, they have a whole bunch of old tractors there. And I said to the guy, I says, I actually have some of them in my backyard. It was kind of interesting. That's all I've got.
Thanks, Tom. There is a Glen Mott's meeting coming up on June 11th. Is that right, Tom?
Tomorrow.
No, tomorrow. Okay.
Night for the,
He likes to have a bit of a briefing on what's going on in the municipality. What would you suggest that we bring up to him tomorrow for the group? Should we talk about strychnine? How yes, they approved it, but made it very, very difficult to actually manage and use the product.
I think that would be an appropriate topic for him to hear. And it's,
What else did we have when the RCMP was here? What were we talking about? Yeah, water on the Milk River. I mean, I don't write that word out that often, strychnine. I don't even know how to spell it.
STRYAC.
Strychnine. That, Tom, that has come up in the past, hasn't it?
It has come up in the past. I'm not going to be able to be on that meeting tomorrow. I have a funeral, so.
yeah, tomorrow at 10. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Roger, did they tell you what the flows are going to be like? Like last year, they were interrupted. Are they going to be more continual this year? Like, and how long are they going to keep the water? Do they have any information on that? Every year. I just wonder how long. Yeah, it's flowing hard now. I did get a chance to look at the Milk River with all these rains. What was it? Is it?
I think they turn out 600 CFM? Or do they turn out 600 CFM or whatever it is, however they measure it?
Well, they can't.
Well, they can take, yeah, they can only take they can only handle 600, I think, and they could take 800 or something. I mean,
That really surprised me, Wayne, when he said that. You would think that they have some rights. Like that's really surprising to me, especially if someone's going to the length of establishing pivots.
Nelson's. Nelson's got the pump and then there's irrigators down up River Way. They're in the same boat, eh?
No.
That's bizarre.
Totally.
I mean, I can see the last year or two when they were trying to fix that, there was very limited water there, you know, there was enough for those communities. But now they have fixed, so you know, get their water share.
And if they had water to put a pivot up, why don't they still have water? You know, I mean, 200,000 to put up a pivot that you can't use? bizarre.
Okay,
Reeve, maybe I should
ahead.
just make a comment on my seed cleaning plant meeting. We did move to spend a huge pile of money there to do some upgrades. We continue to be one of the least expensive plants in the province to clean seed, and we're finding people from great distances are now coming this way. They've got a contract with one company to clean peas for a week every month, which is a huge income for them. So, and I'm not sure exactly what our total interest is in the plant, but it's a good facility for the area and heavily used, and continue to spend some big money to do upgrades and keep things progressing and moving. So
How far are they coming?
quite a ways from probably an hour and a half north, some of them. You know, a lot of plants are almost twice our rate. You know, like some of these newer ones that have spent big money. And of course, they got to charge that to pay the bill, and they're finding it hard to pay the bill at that. And so, you know, our plant's excellent service to the locals, and we spent almost 400,000 on this last upgrade that's going to take place this year. So it's a good facility.
Excellent.
And still making money. Cash is in the bank to pay for this, and still got cash to spare. So
Orsk had their board meeting / barbecue just the other day in Lethbridge. I was able to attend that. They're in a better financial position now that they're receiving all of these increased fees that are coming in, and trying to think what else to report there. Carson County's still up there with the subdivision activity. It's going to be we're going to be one of the main leaders there once these other ones come on board that Mike is better in the queue, possibly in the queue. No, our subdivision activity seems to be a leader.
Chairman, I have very little to offer at today's meeting, but the next two meetings, actually next three meetings will be subdivision meetings, because we're going to have an MPC each of those things. We're going to be having at least 5 subdivisions for the next 2 meetings coming. Councilors let some of their ratepayers know that the reserve values were going up. So there was quite a rush getting things in, but we did have a bunch of other files backed up here that are finally getting processed here and deemed complete. So we'll be having a fairly large subdivision agenda here for the next couple meetings. Lots of interest out there. You got another rezoning this afternoon that Joe's processed here, where we're going to look at a real rural small holdings parcel and a consolidation of some agricultural land. So they're getting that in the works so that they can apply for subdivision after that's approved after the public hearing. So lots of inquiries all across the county.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, that's wondering. What else concerns Mike here today? Mike, you gonna we don't have a whole lot. You gonna just continue to be with us to the lunch hour or something?
Well, so I'll stick around for a bit till you have your break, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
But yeah, I have not that much on today's agenda. Hopefully till we get our planning meeting, the MPC meeting together here next 2 weeks.
Maybe just one Mike's here, Mr. Chairman. Kind of started it, our MDP what should be our next steps going forward, I guess, on this?
Well,
I mean, we do have a new counselor and
Yeah,
try to keep him
we've got,
up, catch him up.
Max Kelly is going to start accompanying me here at some of the next few planning meetings. I would anticipate Max here somewhere down the line, hopefully taking over for myself if and when here they decide to get rid of me. Max here has done some of the background work on the MVP. We've got a lot of the history of the community, the number of landholders that we have, like large landholders, just small landholders, some of the issues that we deal with, the conservation easements, a lot of the land that's been tied up here with Nature Conservancy, those types of things. But really the big meat of the matter and the thing is the policy section that you come up with here where you're establishing setback distances for CFOs in the community here and trying to promote, development in certain areas here, hamlets especially, and then some of the challenges that we're having that we've talked about here with the water issues and pipelines and the lack thereof for infrastructure deficiencies. So these are things that have to be discussed and identified here, and then what we would be doing here and trying to achieve those types of shortfalls here in the future.
You guys want to have a quick break? I don't know if it's 11. Quick break requested by anybody? No? Roger says so. If you guys want to look at item 9, there is an invite here once again. Pincher Creek sends us an invitation. I don't know if anyone goes to that, but they have quite the party out there from what I understand. There is also one there for Heritage Days for town of Raymond.
They invited just you.
That was to you.
Yeah, the one for the Raymond parades is you.
They want the head chiefs to go to that.
What are your plans come parade times? Glenwood and Hillspring, they have different events, or what are the dates for those?
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah.
We'll go together again.
Are you gonna write anything?
Yeah.
And then one would be. 7, regardless.
Yeah. So, well, Hillspring's 1st of July?
Yeah.
What about Carson? That's August sometime, right?
First week of August, yeah.
I guess we'll leave it up to you, Murray, to get a little bit of treats. It says that you can't throw candy at Pincher Creek.
No, it's reason enough not to go.
Go to Hillspring, the way you go up.
You get it.
Around and back, so you gotta rest your hand.
What fun is a parade if you're not going to have a treat or two?
What time is Hill Springs usually? Do you remember? 10?
10.
What date's the Glenwood one?
25th.
July
Is
25th.
that the same as McGrath?
All right, I'm going to turn this next one. Murray, if you're ready, you got, basically we have a couple of bylaws that are old that have been replaced by some changes in government legislation in the Municipal Government Act. So we need to repeal a couple bylaws here.
I'd like to repeal a couple bylaws. Sorry, my screen is not. So you're gonna have to look on your. Yeah. Okay, so we're at, so these are two bylaws that came in place in 2014. Really, not too much, but it was a rough time in the county at that time. And they kind of restrict some of the CEO's authority or the process there. Nothing critical, because that's why we bring everything to council. Under the MGA now, with the new bill 50 or 28, I forget which one bill it is. Anytime we act in national person power, we have to report that to council, except for emergency, which we've already got set up, legal stuff like that. So really what we're trying to do now is we inform you. So either on the CA report, or you guys will get a motion or notice that we need to make this decision, or we've made this decision, we have to inform you. So both of these bills, the first one is really the signing authority of checks, or not checks, but any contracts. So if we're going to purchase the power to NMAX, we have to bring it to, technically we need to bring it to council for approval before we sign it. Or anything minor like our shredding paper, things like that. Those are daily operation things that we do on a daily basis without council's direct input on. This bylaw really says what we need to bring anything forward to have council vote on. The MGA does say that now it's, with the administration have certain things that we can do, but there's certain things that we have to bring to council. So this bylaw is, I believe, is honestly, what's the word?
Outdated?
Outdated. The MGA does not cover most of that. If not
I'm
all.
talking 665.
I'm talking 665. Yes. Is that the signing one? Yes. Oh, wait. Am I talking?
And
Yeah.
666.
Yeah. 665 is the signing one. Basically, any contract, any document that we sign in the natural person power has to come to council for a vote before the CAO signs it. Okay. That, I just wanted to bring that to council, see if we're willing to send that bylaw with 3 motions. That bylaw has to be rescinded with 3 motions.
So it is, it's covered in the MGA.
It's covered in the.
So Mr. Chairman, I'm willing to sponsor, is it a reading or what is it?
So rescinding,
Rescinding,
first motion on the rescinding. Because any bylaw that's rescinded or amended has to be the same way as it's put into place.
okay, so I'll sponsor, first motion on a rescinding bylaw 665 2014.
Any further discussion? Those in favor? Carried. I will sponsor second reading for that same bylaw to rescind bylaw number 665-214. Any further discussion? Those in favor?
Yeah.
Motion on the table to proceed to third reading, sponsored by Councillor Harris. Those in favor?
I'll give a motion to go to third reading or third rescinding vote.
Motion by
Yep. 665 2014.
to give third and final reading by Deputy Bevins. Further discussion? Those in favor? Carried. That's now rescinded.
Okay, the next one, basically, probably not as critical because we do this anyway. This talks about any information provided by one counselor shall be given to the other counselors. The Act, section, what did I write in there, 213? It states that we must provide, if Councilor Nish comes and asks for a report on the number of greater hours, we have to send that to all council.
I remember this in our training session.
Right?
This is just.
Yeah, this one really though talks into a counselor can ask for all this information and we must provide it and we can't charge them. This bylaw, it gives us a little bit ties administration down, because if counselor says we want every contract or every receipt given to us by Pinnacle Insurance or Safe Security for the last 10 years, we have to go through and find it all, print it all off, and we have to give it to them. What we usually do is come to council and say, Counselor X is asking for this information. Does council as a whole want this information?
I like that better first.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I'm willing to, so what's the wording here? A motion to rescind.
Bylaw.
Okay, so this is the first motion to rescind bylaw. I mean, 666 is a bad number anyway, 2014. And you guys should have skipped that number, but. Anyway,
All right,
that's my motion.
Motion on the table to give first reading to rescinding a bylaw. In this case, it's 666-2014. Any further discussion? Those in favor? Carried.
Make a motion for the
Councillor Baker has moved second reading of rescinding the same bylaw. It's a reading, is that correct?
The first, second reading to rescind bylaw 6.
Those in favor? Carried. Has to be unanimous.
Go to the
Those in favor? Unanimous. Councillor Harris has moved third and final reading for rescinding this same bylaw. Those in favor? Carried. Yeah, that's right. Redundancy is the word because it's already itemized for us in the MGA.
And to me, it's cleaner if it's an excessive ask that it needs to be approved by us, right, before. It's taking a week for the staff to come up with it. If one person wants it, that's.
And we usually, anything you want, we just try to get it for you if we can.
Okay, this next one Murray has brought to us is the use of county vehicles by certain employees. I think most of it still stands other than the fact that we have a new employee. The fire chief will be considered usage of the vehicles under our policy. And Maria, I have a question about that. Is that a full-time usage or is that as needed? How does that work?
So all our vehicles are being used as to get to work and get home for work and for work. Can't use it personally. So get to work, go to calls when you need to, and then go home. So for the fire chief, it'd be when he's coming up here and when he's going home. Or when he's going to a fire thing, that he has to run to Waterton doing an inspection. That's work.
Which vehicle does he have?
We're just going to keep the SUV that he has from the fire department. It has the logo on it. So it's.
Move that we maintain this policy with the addition of the fire chief.
And as it states here, there is still a taxable benefit that is taken into consideration, right?
Right.
For these this use of the vehicle.
I have a question. I don't know if you can give names on the audio, but Director of Operations is,
Matt.
that's Matt. Operations Supervisor?
That'd be Jeff, the shop guy. Oh, wait, right, we're back. Director of Operations. Director of Operations. Guess that would be. Yeah, well, when this was written, I guess we did have a Director of Operations and an Operational Supervisor. Kind of joined with Matt doing both and Joe filling in that director part. We probably should clarify that. I haven't thought of that.
Want to take the Director of Operations out there and Operational Supervisor.
Operational Supervisor should be in there, I think. Director should be out.
You're going to add fire chief.
But Joe takes the vehicle when he's required to do So you'll see Joe at home sometimes with it. It's doing the water or he's doing something he had to deal with the.
So don't take that vehicle to Hill Spring.
Well, but that's their day to day, but if I'm doing something or if I have to leave early in the morning, or if I'm doing on call water. Like in the weekends, like I'll always have a vehicle home for Christmas. Right, because I'm gonna call all Christmas.
Yeah.
So just those types of things, it's the only.
No, when I drive by his house, I see, I'm like, oh, he's either doing water, or he's got checking a piece of land out here for development or something, so.
He's a project.
So, yeah, why don't you pull out one of the names and put that in there?
Definitely do that. It makes it clarified so that no issues there.
I'll amend my motion to, yeah.
So does the ag
Yeah,
field then?
add one and replace the name on the other one.
We're adding which?
Fire chief.
Oh, fire chief.
Does the ag field then take one home every day? Like, is that, do they come to the county and get the vehicle?
No, I believe in the summer months for sure, Steve takes it home, when he's on call. The assistant does not. So, yeah.
I know years ago we had this discussion and we didn't want him taken home in the winter. We didn't mind the summer because,
Yeah.
if the cedar breaks down, he's got to go pick it up and fix it or whatever. But wintertime, we didn't think there was any need to have he wouldn't be on call in the winter. So.
So that's how it's played.
That's how, yeah.
That was 20-ish years ago.
No, that was the last discussion was the Rod buy the vehicle to take up here during the winter.
Yeah.
And, right, yeah, so the same thing that followed through. And the real reason, I guess, most of this is to ensure that the on-call services are called down when they.
Okay, so you're gonna make some clarification to that. That's clear to you.
Yes, the director of operation will disappear and it will be project manager / development officer. And then at the bottom would include fire chief.
Was that Cam's motion? Tom's motion? Those in favor? Carried. All right, item 10.3, I remember talking about this one as well, the use of county facilities to do private work. When I think of private work, I think of just personal vehicles and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, so we allow an individual, I'm trying to remember if I got the policy right, to work on their own vehicles up there. But we don't allow them to bring in Joe's or
The neighbor's vehicle?
the neighbor's vehicle.
Yeah. So that's basically stays the same.
No, this was just a review to ensure council is aware of it and that they're still okay with the policy as is. So the vehicle can be amended or staff member can bring a vehicle in to do some work as long as it's after 5 p.m. The vehicle has to be not left in the shop overnight. They have to be using their own tools. I'm not sure if it says that, but we don't use the mechanics tools because that's our personal tools.
Here's a question I got for you, just a hypothetical. If an employee is working after hours on his vehicle and he's not on county time and he injures himself, is that workman's compensation or is that you're out of luck?
You're out of luck. I want to say that gently because technically you're in the shop, but you're not doing county business. You're doing your own business.
Are you liable years? So
Always, I'm going to say there's always the liability issues. I think it's, yeah, I think the supervisor has to approve who goes in there and what they're doing. If Murray's going in there to change his tires, he can do that, not going to get there. Murray's trying to change his tires with the tire machine and hasn't been trained on it. Probably he has to be trained before he can operate that.
Has there been a problem in the past?
No. No.
Not since this policy came in place. anyway.
yeah,
You know, it's a little bit of a perk for those guys and
I think we came up with it, so they weren't.
Make a motion that we maintain this.
Call up Chad or Shane. Sometimes they let me go to the Gen X shop. That's my closest one. Those in favor? Carried. All right, another policy review regarding road maintenance. And I read this one over. There's only 2 pages here. But Murray, I have one comment regarding this policy, and I want to throw it out to all of you guys. Do you think it's necessary to have any clarification regarding the roads that we apply calcium to? My hope in my area is that once that product is laid, that they leave it alone for as long as possible. Because I get phone calls. I used to get phone calls. Why on earth is this road getting worked up when it was packed solid? So I would like to. You guys understand what I'm saying? I would like to see the road stay not worked if for as long as possible.
The calcium spots.
The calcium spots.
Yeah.
But I still think it needs to be at the discretion of the owner. Not at the discretion of the home.
I agree with you.
I'm just gonna text Matt, see if he's around, because he's gonna be the best answer to his questions, because
The problem is every road is different. See lasts differently. So
I can see someone if there's really bad washboard, it's calcium, they want it's a little bit not long worked up.
that has happened, and that's what I was gonna say. That's the problem, is we usually leave it up to Matt and the operator.
Yeah.
Because we've had a road that was just a pothole
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
in your area.
The homeowner said, no.
Yeah, because people are gonna go, yeah, that's right.
So sometimes we have to tear it up, but I've also heard of good roads, like you said, packed.
Yeah.
But they were just in their schedule to do it, so they did it.
Be nice if it is good to leave it, but
I'm just throwing it out there. That's kind of what's happened in my area and where I get the phone call. But I agree with you. It's our road. We will do what we feel is necessary. But at the same time, I think the operator and Matt, they understand our concerns, right? They're already, there just needs to be some communication there, you know?
So this clause here, and this priority is placed on maintaining municipal roads. The standards and types of maintenance will vary depending on the location, local road, local conditions and use. The objective of the road maintenance activity will be provided for safe driving surfaces. So that's our first primary, is the safe driving surface for the public traffic, and to preserve the investment of the road. That should be the calcium that goes on. Okay, that's about 15 minutes away, but
well, we can move on and wait.
I mean, if we put a condition in under maintenance objective as saying calcium or oiled surfaces are a priority to try to maintain as long as possible without, it's the word contravention clause above about road maintenance and safety or something. Don't have a problem. You know, Matt's well aware of it.
He's well aware of it. Let's just move on. Maybe we'll wait. If he wants to come, we can move on and we'll talk about it when he gets here. We'll skip making a motion on 10-4. All right. Why don't you go ahead with this one? And
Circular materials is what we used. I think it was all in your paperwork there. These are the people that pay us for the recycling at the Glenwood Hill Spring transfer station. They're paying us $2,000. They were paying us $2,000. So now what they've done is we talked about adding one out in Mountain View, just one, not all of them. They didn't really want to deal with all of them yet.
We're gonna have another trailer.
In Mountain View. And they're looking at paying us 30, what was it?
3407.
3,400, yeah, 3,407 a month to cover that cost. That cost is an estimate by me by taking Canadian Waste, renting the unit, having what they said they would charge us to haul in and out, plus the recycling fee. It might be high, it might be low. I estimated that that would be picked up 2 times in the summer and once in the winter months. So let's just say 18 times. So that's what I estimated on. So they want to know, like under that last bylaw, council needs to approve this before we go. So this is a motion. Are you all right continuing with these guys on that project?
It's worked pretty well for you guys. It's been all.
Yeah, covered some good costs, and I think we're at the point now that our boy doesn't even call me anymore. He just calls me directly. We look at the record at the end of the year.
So remind us again, the actual product they're recycling, is it grain bags?
No,
Everything,
this is-
Everything?
whatever they,
They take glass.
everything they chuck, they chuck in there.
So yeah, they take clear glass, colored glass. And on the second to last, or page 14 of that thing, it lists all the things they'll take. It all goes into one bin. We don't have to separate it.
Yeah, it's not separated, they just, there's holes.
Everything,
So, it's kind of like a sea-can thing they drop off and then.
And
Bring
then,
it, drop off another.
yeah.
and then when they recycle it, they take the group that takes it actually sorts it and gives a report back to, because that was one of the questions I had for them. It says that we have to report. I said, I can't report that. And they said, no, we don't need it from you. Recycling. So
Oh, it's been, I think it's worked good out
yeah.
there. There's people using it, I never thought I'd use it. I was like, how much?
Some of you was asking for one, so.
Well, and this is what we said. They wouldn't, when I gave them all 5 of our other locations, they kind of hemmed and hawed because they weren't on the list, but they were willing to put one more on. So we put that one on.
It's for visit,
Yeah.
it's visit. I don't know.
Yeah,
So that page 14 is everything that you can throw in there.
that's right.
Wow. Everything including the kitchen sink.
So Wayne, you feel it's worked out well? Cam, you think it's a good thing? Is someone willing to make a motion to proceed with this?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, LeGrand has moved that we carry forward with this same agreement renewal.
With adding Mountain View.
Doesn't,
Compensation rate. but
when would it show up in Mountain View?
I'm not sure.
What I liked about it is you can dump everything in there.
Just 2 years, December 2027. I guess a year and a half. 18.
It is nice. People don't want to separate it.
When would one appear in Mountain View? Soon?
I would call the guy up and tell him to deliver it as soon as we sign it and send it in, and they'll probably within 2 weeks release it out there.
That'd be one of those containers they roll on and off of a big truck, pick it up and go.
So what they do is they bring out an empty one,
Yeah.
dump it off,
Take
and
the
then
full one.
full one up.
Those in favor? Carried. Joe, do you want to brief us on 11.1 to foster the land use? And what? I don't have a 10.
See, it's 10.6.
You have a 10 per?
No, there is in the computer,
Okay, I'll go to,
but not on the paper.
Is this one I have the late edition? Yes, this is the late edition one. Sorry.
okay, go ahead with that one, Murray.
And this is Alberta Southwest. Southwest did a proposal where they talked about looking at local municipalities sharing resources if we need to. This is just an MOU to say that we would consider working together. There's no cost effective to anybody. It's more or less a working group. I did attend one meeting already, and they were just wondering, Fort McLeod's already signed, and Pincher Creek and Willow Creek is, talking about it, just about what I heard, so.
I tried to understand the gist of this when I was reading through it, Murray. What is the bottom line? What's the goal with?
So the goal is if we don't have anybody operating our airport besides myself when I go out once in a while, or Joe when he goes out once in a while, but this would be is if we, at some point, how can we save money in the airport? There is 5 airports. So if, let's say one guy has a crew and we need, something done at the airport, they only come out and charge us only a little bit instead of us buying the equipment for ourselves. Or maybe we go as a bulk, group trying to get line paint. That might not benefit us as much because line painters are right in our backyard, but as a group, maybe they'll give us a better deal. Or fuel, the one I really pushed was fuel. We have one company provide fuel to all of us, have the tanks. That way we don't have to deal with tanks and everything, but they might be more willing to deal with 5 municipalities supplying fuel than us. Just, we don't know. It might not be anywhere, but those are ideas.
The concept sounds like a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah.
Like Clarestone's airport's really taken off, and maybe we can kind of piggyback on them, what they've been doing. So I'll move, we sign this MOU, Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you. Any other discussion? Those in favor? Carried.
Here.
What?
Over here.
Deliver this water.
Hey, we're on schedule.
Yeah.
Joe, we have a rezoning that's being proposed from ag to rural small holdings in Division 5. We would give first reading to this. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I just explain kind of what it is. So they have, right now they have 2 80-acre parcels.
Where's this?
Just west of Pound. It's over at like Leaf
Small
Locker.
area, kind of
I'll show you on.
east and south of Levitt.
So they have 2 80-acre parcels right now. They're proposing to subdivide out a 46-acre parcel on the north side of the east parcel. And then one individual is buying the 80 acres and then taking, and also the 34-acre parcel. And then they're going to combine them into one big agriculture parcel. So in order for them just to do that subdivision in general, the 46 acres is proposed to be rezoned to rural small holdings.
Sorry, Rick Campbell.
So this is not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Virtually straight west of me.
So where the coulee comes down up to the road, that's what they're taking out as a 46-acre parcel. And then everything else is combined into one 114 acres remaining. So started with 2, ended with 2. It's just it falls under that 70-acre threshold, so he has to rezone.
In a little bit though, he's gonna also subdivide off one of those houses, right?
That's what he is proposing. Yeah.
It's bypassed it. I'm kind of.
LeGrand, would you be willing to sponsor first reading?
Yes, absolutely. I would gladly sponsor that. That is in my area, and yeah, I understand what they're up to.
LeGrand's moved that we give first reading. Is there any further discussion? Those in favor? Carried.
Public hearing would be.
Oh, yeah. Public hearing would be the first meeting in July. Yeah, July 13th
13th.
at 10 a.m.
Might be a busy day.
Yes, that night.
That'll be that evening.
Better write that down. July what?
July, right after council meeting, July 13th is the staff party. Doing it back here, I believe.
Yes,
Joe's probably cooking the beef with the
we're cooking beef this year.
It's gonna be here.
No, it's Pioneer Day style.
Oh, I saw those videos this time.
It was good last year.
What was the time?
This is a barbecue at 6.
Yeah. Barbecues at 6, and then we're gonna get the pool. I think we already have the pool after that.
Wants to go to that. They will have a few games outside again like we did last time for the kids to.
We got rain, yes, last year.
Yeah, that's right. And we changed the night or the swimming night and we still have people show up like that.
Yeah.
Hey, item 14. There's a road issue in Division 7, Murray. That's yours you wanted to bring forward.
Oh,
You had 2 items under additional items.
yeah, that Welling is the Peterson subdivision. Goes back, there's a road that goes back there that is a private road, and they, for years when we first did it, we asked them and they wanted to keep it private, Bill did. And so fast into 2024, they come to council and ask council, could you do this? And council said, no. What we can do is we'll sell you gravel and then we'll do some work on it at 50% the cost, or half split it 50-50. They haven't done anything with it, but I just got a call last week from someone else wanting to know if we'd still honor that arrangement. They do have a price from Genex to do it. So they want to know what the price will be and if we still want to honor the 50-50. I says, well, I think we probably would, but I'm going to just take it to council and ask if the new council, this is a new council now, if we're still good with that. But it's a road we don't want. It's a road that it's going to be impossible, I think, to, you probably know more, build up because it's so narrow. They got their fences right to it.
They would have to, the landowners, in my opinion, would have, in order to do the road properly, they'd have to give up land. They'd have to take their fences out. There is no drainage and it's just this little narrow tunnel that acts as like an access road for multiple different lots. We don't want that.
So remind me why we said we would pay for half of it?
We're on council.
Oh. That's why I'm asking. It doesn't sound like something I'd agree to, so anyway.
You want to just bring up the map and you can see it from the outside.
Just because of.
It is so unbelievably narrow.
Yes.
That when we get the north winds, it'll drift right in. People have built fences there that would just accommodate the perfect drift. You're getting closer.
Just, Mr. Chairman, even as we look at it, do we have an estimation what the cost is?
Matt is grabbing that. He might be able to tell us.
Because I'm not voting on nothing until I got that right. So
What's the distance we're talking again?
Oh, this would be less than meters, 100 feet.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty small.
Two loads of gravel.
We do. We oil this.
We're going to this year.
and if it's 100 feet there.
That's their problem.
No, and I think they understand that. That's why they're willing to pay. They got a price from Genex, so I think they just kind of wanted to get another price from us to see if it's a lot cheaper. I told Matt to give us the cost, see what it's going to be, but not sure we want to take our time to do it.
We have the time to do it.
Yeah, but they are residents, so we want to see what we can.
So maybe I'm not hearing it right. The original motion was we would do the work and they would pay half of it?
So the work said we would not take it over. And Matt's here to listen. First, we wanted them to get an HOA developed so they can figure out the cost. The county would be willing to provide the following help. You can purchase gravel from the county would haul it in for your road. You can purchase the material and the county would use the equipment to help upgrade the road. This is usually a 50-50.
I'd like that on my road.
So that's what we talked about at that time.
Yeah.
But you're right, we don't do that
Yeah.
a lot of other places.
What year was that?
2020.
So I said, I don't,
You know, I don't even remember this, you guys. I don't remember agreeing to this.
no.
That's why we wrote it down. So you guys-
I honestly,
Hey, that's fair.
do you remember that? I don't remember this.
This is at the very end for Golds. It was Golds that asked for it. They're no longer there.
So that it's going to the, which section we talking?
Schultz is still there.
I believe they still moved. Just this from here to here, basically.
There's a difference between this road and the one at Hill Estates. The one at Hill Estates you guys took over.
Yes.
This one we have not taken over.
You don't want this one.
Well, it's still there, so maybe this one. I'm until he moved. So.
He has moved. He's gone.
Oh.
It's what it is. I mean, I don't mind saying we're going to provide or give them gravel or sell them gravel, but I just, Matt, what's the work going to be? That'd be hard to do the work.
I'm trying to get a distance on it. Give me 2 seconds.
Tell you.
It's sound like gravel, I think that's their baby.
Remember at one time we gave gravel to Mr.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Curtis Winder on a road allowance. Here you go. To get to his property. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 giant houses out there, and I don't know how you guys. Yeah, we've turned down Rocksmith.
Oh, says Bruce Gold still owns it.
Says that he's going, but so it's 700 feet.
Yeah, about 2 inches over 88 yards, so you're 20, 3-4 truckloads, then we haul them up there. $600 in hauling gravel.
$18 a yard.
Yeah.
You're looking for that's you said?
That's our cost.
That's our cost.
And when you say truckloads, you're talking your semis.
Yes, sir.
So we only agreed to sell on the ground.
Agreed to sell them the gravel and then
That was with a different individual.
as individual, but they would still have to get all as a group. Like this individual would need to get the other 4 or 5 on the side paid for. But I don't know what this cost is, and we're looking at 600 plus. I'm just gonna say another $600 for gravel.
I would think it'd be more than that.
That's our fair method.
I think it'd be.
That's our return.
I think we need to stick with our policy, and if they want to buy gravel, they can buy it at whatever, and why should we do for them what we won't do for many others?
I want to keep my standard and my voting consistent as well. Even though this is my area, this is there should be a homeowners association that establishes itself, no different than Heritage Ranch.
Yeah, that's what we said in the letter, is we think they should create something.
Can we go back and see what we had for lunch that day? Cause I'm. Sounds like I was mostly asleep. When
I can't.
Someone served a steak or something. I was dozed.
I can't vote for this in my own area, knowing that I've denied other people a similar request. So do you need to write them another letter that says establish an HOA first?
She called me, so I just maybe call her back and tell her that can't provide the numbers because we're just tied up with everything else.
Well, part of that last motion's fine. I mean, we'll sell them the gravel, will we not?
Well, and then if Genex wants to buy, whoever's doing the work wants to buy it off of us.
Buy it and haul it.
Yeah, or they would buy it, we could.
But technically, our policy says that we won't sell to Joe to sell to someone else, right?
But they can buy it.
Yeah, and hire someone to haul it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is what most
So make the motion, we'll do
I
that.
had to buy it.
Yeah, no.
You have somebody else.
Didn't want to.
So that would be
Well,
the
then
same
I'll make
policy
it.
Follow then. That's the policy we follow with this, selling thing, it's buy it and all in.
Do you, so I, Mr. Chairman, I'm willing to make a motion here to, just as long as discussion, I'm willing to make it sponsor a motion, Mr. Chairman, that instruct administration to explain our policy to the applicant and and they can be in favor of following our policy on this matter. So probably not the right words I'm looking for here, but get the gist of it. Just that we're going to motion that this council will follow the policy which we have established, which is they can buy gravel as individuals off of us for their private road.
That's very much, very acceptable to me.
It would be, caveat in there that I can.
Matt, before you got here, when I go down that road, in order for that road to be done right, they would have to give up some of their lands to create a ditch.
Oh,
Because it's so unbelievably narrow.
even if they, it'd be a lot on the one side because your power poles are right there.
Power poles are right there.
Yeah.
I get kind of claustrophobic when I go down that road. I don't know how on earth it's even functional in the winter, Like they got fences built up in a way that it would just fill with.
Yeah. Problem at times when we get winter.
Anyway.
Somebody lives at the end of that road.
Pardon me?
There is a house that somebody lives in that they have to access that road to get to.
Yeah.
Right.
West.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we got one.
And you know the person, Dennis, you know that person, they
On the south too.
probably one of the biggest houses in my area built right down there.
I did have a discussion with one of the residents here in the last week. They called in wondering about getting the road graded, and I spoke back to him and said, "Yeah, we'll put you on getting the road graded and whatnot." But I says, "You don't have any gravel on the road, so it's just going to be smoothing it out. And you're going to be back in the same spot." She said, "Well, yeah, we've had discussions about that, but nobody can agree on who needs to do what or whatever between them."
In HOA, you pool your money together and then you have someone be able to disperse that money to the county to buy gravel, and it's just, you got to get together with your neighbors.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm taking it over just past that blue line, right?
That's ours.
That's.
Up to, this whole road allows, but I don't know if we're doing anything here.
So like
Treat that as a driveway.
That is
we
our
built
road.
the road in 18 or so. We kind of.
Okay, the motion, I believe. Well, restate it.
Just instruct them that have administration contact the applicant and explain what our policy is, and that's what council is sticking to. So,
Follow the policy.
yes.
That we just agreed.
No, well, yeah, I mean, it's
Gravel sales is went over here a month or two ago.
Those in favor? Carried. Matt, in recent meetings, we've denied individuals gravel. I'm going to talk about the road south of Mountain View. Private roadway. We're on track to maintain the same type of voting here, right? You don't agree that we should be delving out and adding more.
A lot of stuff to gravel. You guys started gravel.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff to gravel. Dennis is the next one in line for a private road. But every road's a little different, you know. We got that road in Mountain View is how many miles long? That a big Rocksmith Road?
2 at least.
It's a mile and a half
3.
to 3 somewhere.
Yeah,
It's
it's back in there a bunch.
So we're maintaining consistency is my point, I guess.
Okay.
So why don't we flip back the page? We never made a motion on item 10.4. We're reviewing our road maintenance policy right now, Matt, and
Okay.
we were having a conversation about the areas that get calcium applied to leave them, you know, intact for as long as possible, but we're still leaving it in the county's discretion. That's kind of what we were talking about.
Yeah, someone pays for the calcium, when do we rip it up?
Mhm.
And he wanted to know if there should be something in there that says, we'll leave this in place as long as possible, but have to follow the county's policy.
I thought there was something in there. along
This kind of
lines.
says on that, to maintain objectives. That we will.
Usually take a safe driving.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't want to rough work, someone ending up wrong with it.
Yeah.
and I think our grader guys mostly understand that now, because skip it when they're maintaining the road, it's good.
Mhm.
I had the operator just call me quickly a week ago or so, or no, just a few days ago, regarding Township 70, the Check Tower Road.
Okay, yeah.
And I appreciated that awareness that he was going to go in and do the work prior to the calcium, and that it needs to be done.
Yeah.
But once the calcium's laid, it's probably best practice to keep it not worked up for as long as possible. That's just
Yeah.
my.
If we leave it from the time we dump it till the time we dump it again and only work it in there, you know what, some roads can take. The one we rebuilt in Levitt, it would hold up. The old Carway Hill, for some reason, holds outstanding. Some of them can take it. Some of those roads get beat up, and if you don't do some maintenance in there, you're gonna go back and end up to where you're trying to cut 6 to 8 inches of it to put it back together. And then you're gonna have 6 to 8 inches that you're hoping to pack with the grader tires and the local traffic before it goes to crap. But there does at times have to be some timely maintenance in there, whether some of those citizens like it or not. But on the same extent, we probably don't need to grade it for every loose rock that shows up as well. Yeah.
Balance there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's going to be any changes here that we should be making.
Make a motion to leave it back. Yes,
But I know that you're well aware of the rationale and the concerns, the feedback that we're getting, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, they try to kind of make it a point of what's your worst of two evils, you know, you gotta weigh that balance in there with it.
Those in favor? Carried. All right, Matt, we are understanding that calcium is on the way shortly. Is that right?
Maybe. I'm supposed to call them today because they were supposed to be here today, and then they called middle of last week and wanted to be here Wednesday. I told them, yeah. I looked at the forecast and it looks like it may rain, so I'm supposed to talk to them today at some point, but I'm hoping middle end of this week that we're starting.
I've been checking the forecast too, and some say rain, some say an inch of rain. I
looked last night and it was rain. I left the house at 5 this morning and it was good. By the time I got to the shop, it was back to every quarter. So you tell me.
I just, while Matt's here, I'd just like to say what a great job your crew did at the park the other day.
Oh,
Digging that water line in, it is great. I mean, they buried it and packed it all down. We're good to go now. So we really appreciate them coming and doing that. And they fixed the fence while they were there. So we got every pass it on. And we really, from Kimball Park Committee, we really appreciated what they did there.
Hey, Matt, I don't know if there's anything else we had for you, but things are going pretty good out there for the most part after that massive downpour. We got lots of roads we got to tidy up a bit, eh?
Been 3 or 4 days enough, but
Well, maybe you guys haven't got any calls about the irrigation water up there yet, but hopefully we have that on by when. We've got Cam shut the irrigation off. You guys know about the bridge.
Yeah, the bridge that washed out there.
Yeah, it undermined the north side of it. So Cam shut the irrigation water off coming through there Thursday, Wednesday, I don't know, somewhere toward the middle end of last week. There is still some of the flow coming through there. We've dug down to the bottom of it, had that opened up now or whatever.
You already got it dug out
Yeah,
along the whole side of the bridge.
three quarters of it.
Oh, yeah.
We can, where you can sit and reach, you can only reach so much of it. So we're gonna try and get that side in, come around, fix the other side. And then while we're doing that, we're gonna put a breastplate out on the front of it. Throw some concrete and extra riprap in there to help stop that undermining. And we're building up from there, but I'm hoping Wednesday, if we can tell them, hey, go ahead and turn your irrigation water back in, we've got the bottom of it.
Well, that's good. Range Road, what again? 224. 224, yeah.
No,
It's on my neighbor fired up.
I'm sure, as soon as Wayne put his umbrella over, he was out there spreading water.
That's a pretty quick fix because they're not really calling for water quite yet, are they?
Oh, yeah, no,
They
I
are?
had calls since Friday about it.
They want water now again?
Well, I saw.
Yeah.
There's all the time, but
Okay, thanks, Matt.
if it's not there, people need it, right?
Thank you.
You only do what you do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt.
Appreciate it.
Can we just take care of additional items like Murray Citywide Enterprise Asset Management? Can we do that or not?
Yeah. With the, yeah, here it is. Pass this out. So with the upgrade of the software that we have to do with Diamond for the financial software, we were hoping that the work tech that we're currently using in the shop would continue to work with it. It's not going to work with it. So what we looked around and seen what other municipalities are doing, they're going with this citywide. So they made a presentation to us. What I've sent you is really the cost that they're looking at. So the first 20,000, they're going to waive that for us. So then we just have the 23,000 for the fleet management software. So that means anything that they do up there, we can track how much we're putting into the equipment, our assets, how much assets we have out there, and what work we're doing to them. This is not TCA at this time. It does do TCA, and then maybe something we look at later. So we're looking at 23,400 plus the annual fee of 29,500. So I'm looking to see if I can get council to approve a one-time withdrawal out of the capital reserves to buy this program. The thing with the annual fee, the 29.5, we're already paying that with our work tech and with Silitus, and we're getting rid of those programs. So that won't be an increase in the budget for next year. We'll just have that already in place. We're just going to swap it. Well, we're going to need the first up front. Right now is the 50 altogether. And then next year that will be covered. So it'd be the 53, 54, 59. Yeah. I'm hoping to pull out, if council's all right, pull out a reserve. We'll get that in place in about 6 weeks. And then it will help our shop out there. The guys, it's easier for them to install it or to use it. And not so much time for doing the work tech. I'm recommending we go this way, get rid of that work tech. It's been a mess since it started way back and we've only used part of it. This way it ties right into our new financial software. So, yeah, and we should pull it out of the reserves, pull it out of our capital funds. And then we can.
Thank you, Councillor Harris. Any other discussion? It sounds like the best option. Those in favor? Carried. And just before we break for lunch, Milk River irrigation topic. What should we do there? Murray will collect some information. Maybe I could share it with Mott's. And maybe we need to write a letter. I think we should write a letter to whoever we need to. Who would that be? This is an American issue, but we need to lobby. Who do we need to lobby?
I think Murray, the staff committee will work on this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we need some more information, but it would be Alberta Ag.
I called Tim Romanol already when we had our break. I just left a message, he wasn't answering, but I'll try to get him here at the next meeting in the afternoon. And then if you can give me anything quick, I can pass it on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because Mott's really likes to talk about what goes on down in kind of Warner country and south and the water in Milk River. He likes talking about that. So this would be.
And he's going to probably get it from County of Warner, kind of 40 Mile. They might have the same questions. Let's go all the way to 40 Mile.
Oh, yeah.
It's not river, the others, if it's not river area that.
Yeah. I know last time we met with him, he talked about needing on-site storage somewhere in that Milk River area.
Okay, so we'll leave it at that. Roger, your motion's in order.
I noticed that page 1, we got UFA for 22,000. You flip the page and you got them again for another 47,000. Is that the same UFA? That
So they all paid it and then they waited that and ran another one and had money bill. So.
What'd you get from Lone Pine?
You're not being too fair. The brand needs some more to sign than me.
yeah, you can give me more. You can give me more. Well, I changed my signature. I'll take the big one.
It's kind of like you feel the weight of it.
With this, that's about right. These breathing apparatus for firefighters. We need to meet with the town, like, on that. I mean, I guess we need more specific.
I think to get more specific, I also think our fire board should meet and have their
Make their recommendation.
make their recommendation, their board take it back to their.
Today.
Something we're gonna have, so they do things.
No. But how do whether we.
I think when we
Based
some
on
markers, we can decide to do that one, we talk to them about it, or
It's practical.
if we're gonna cover the cost. And then, we'll probably do it. As long as it's not like there's pretty increase that option.
Yeah.
We got the IR too.
What's the check for the town of Karsten?
That's your annual payment for the ICF payment. Intercollaboration framework. We run certain things that.
Oh, because it's a county residents are using.
Yeah. Going for well,
Reparation, it's all in a contractual agreement.
You got on after we did all that negotiations last summer.
That's what I kind of figured.
Is that why? How come our rec and culture?
I think that's the reason is because of his donations all of a sudden. I think we have to have it paid by June 1st.
Oh, I see.
I mean,
So he's counting as half the year, so
Yeah.
that's what we gotta pay him.
We got more checks this round than normal?
For the ICFs, they would be quite low.
Still have to work with, villages on theirs. Jim asked me about their IPS, but put some numbers and maybe we'll negotiate, and we'll take it back to council to see if they want to continue negotiating, but don't get a lot of cost to them. They're already spending $6,000 on them. That's just, they'll be included, so let's see where they bring it.
Just the update. Bill Spring rec board got both the diamonds done with their saw.
The grass looked good.
Yeah.
The other day.
They had one brown spot and they wore the crap out of it. It's good now. But yeah, I think that it's really good.
Not playing ball on it yet?
I talked to the chair about it. And they haven't started yet. I think they're like letting the little kids on pretty quick, so they don't have to be.
At our next council meeting, I'm gonna be bringing you guys few pictures of the 100% completed building in Wellington. It'll be the last thing. I gotta go put some grout and some piles, and we're gonna pour concrete around it, which we've already formed up, but it's 100%. Like, it's pretty neat when we put this building for the community to use.
I noticed a healthy check to Lone Pine Marketing. We do that much.
Yeah, so there's the gift bag for the summer staff, plus some hats that we got. And that's it. Oh, good. Okay.
And the McGrath check must be an ICF also. 157.
Next month, we'll have all our donations to our parks and our libraries and so all those little $4,500. Valley.
Yeah, I saw him in the boojings today.
Oh, so we're gonna make a purchase. That would come. That's somebody who's coming to council on.
And it's sprinkled in this.
Wally or George? This is the other creature. Or-
Summer crew.
Yeah, and we've got everybody, all guys are working. First favor, or probably not. Just fine.
You can find like a summer student or something. Oh, it gets that way on very plans and pay way more, way better. Get a motion to make the accounts payable happen.
I guess not. I better quit signing.
Any questions? Enter a closed session. Francis,